Right, so we're here at the Transformotion unit, Saturday morning, and today's video is going to be a little bit different as we're going down towards Birmingham. I think it's Kingswinford, as Liam's decided to buy himself a Range Rover. Just as Matt was putting out his video, Liam was bidding on one, so he's also got a cheap Range Rover. This one's a Sport with the Stormer alloys, but just to top it off, it's a non-runner, so should be fun. Just going to load up the trailer, go and get some diesel and get down there. Now pants up, man. I don't know what this button does. I just try and press it. It doesn't do much. Give you the wagon, you can put it in quicker. Don't love that. Yeah, full time. Oh, shit. Don't get him. I want to say a big thanks to OBD11 for sponsoring today's video.
OBD11 is a great little tool to have.
It's like a little diagnostic tool that'll fit in your pocket. It's got OBD2 functionality, gives you engine insights. You can diagnose faults and unlock hidden features in the car.
So if you're an experienced mechanic or just a hobbyist, OBD11 will sort you right out with this handy little tool. You can also use code TVR at checkout to get a tidy 10% off, or you can click the link in the description below.
Right, to connect to OBD11, all you've got to do is plug in the OBD reader into the diagnostic port, put the ignition on and click connect. It'll take a couple of minutes to read all the different ECUs and all that, and then it'll give us any fault codes. So one fault found. It says it's with the transmission. OBD fault code U0121. And here you can just click on the Google sign and it'll tell you a description of what the fault will be. And the live data it shows. Well, if you think you've got, say, an air mass meter down, you can literally go on your live data. Here, saying 8.62 gallons a second. So if you Google it and it's in range, then you know that's working, you know that's not your fault. Intake manifold again. If you think you've got a pressure sensor down in your inlet manifold, then you can see that's actually reading and you can see if it's right. Sometimes they get a bit bunged up on diesels, you know, and it could give a wrong reading, so yeah, pretty handy that bit.
OBD11's one-click app, which makes it really easy to customise things on your car. For example, you can customise your headlight adaptation for when you're driving abroad, so you're not blinding other drivers with your full beam. Hey, right.
Right, so we're going to try and adapt the mirrors so they'll actually dip when you reverse. It's quite annoying when you can't see your rear wheels where they are near the curb. We're going to turn it on, activate, done. Let's see if it works. Oh, look at that! Wow. Right, so you can either add a sound or remove it when you're locking, just to confirm it's locked so you're not second guessing yourself. Right, so we just put the audible sound on for when you're locking and unlocking, so you can tell when you've unlocked it or locked it.
You can also do needle sweep and my personal favourite, turn off stop start. So it's about the same price, if not slightly cheaper, as putting your car in the garage to get a mechanic to diagnose your car, but yet you've got this for life. So OBD11 is not just limited to VAG or BMW, it's for all other motors newer than 08.
So thanks again to OBD11 for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to use code TVR at checkout for 10% off. Right, so we're filled up, ready to go. And are you going to tell them your dirty confession?
Yeah. Bought myself a Range Rover Sport for £1,000.
That wasn't the confession I was on about, but...
What's that?
That you're a dirty caravanist.
Oh yeah.
Don't hate him. He's okay, really.
Yeah. I had to buy this Range Rover because the missus wanted the caravan, so we've ended up being a tourist.
Yeah.
Caravanist.
Yeah. There it is.
Oh.
Right there. Oh, it's on a hill. To push it off there or tow it out.
Just tow it out, yeah.
Right, so here we are. Just got here. What do you reckon?
It actually looks tidy.
It's not bad.
Obviously, it's £1,000, so for the likes of stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's going to be expected. I'm not bothered. Someone's tried colouring that in there with silver.
I've got a black Range Rover badge there you can have. You can just rip them off because the E's missing.
Yeah,
We'll just do that.
It's been kind enough to put it on charge for us as well.
So we can turn her over and see what it sounds like.
Yeah, try and even find out what the problem is with.
It's got the Stormer alloys. He's been offered 300 quid for them, but just wanted to sell the whole thing. Said he's been offered 120 quid for the side steps as well. So that that, you're talking what?
5 ton.
4 or 5 ton straight away. I said that's your get out clause. Like if you can't fix it, we're gonna take the expensive bits off and scrap it.
You'd probably get 500 quid.
It's a nice looking truck from here. Like it looks lovely. Shame you can't have it low like that. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
Saying that's a bit low, but it's not been running a while. He said.
Yeah, if push comes to shove, like, and it does turn out to be a bit poo,
with the engine's knackered,
then you say like 2 and a bit ton these things, so you're gonna get scrap value easy. Like, take the gear bits off, take the steps off. Maybe even
have you seen the interior? He said the interior sold it for him because it's lovely black interior, nice and clean. So someone would probably buy that.
Oh no, it's not. It looked like it in the pictures. It's not that squishy leather that Matt likes. It's the harder stuff.
It's a nice interior though.
It is. It's because it hasn't been started for a little bit, so the compressor.
Pirelli P0, lad. It's got a good tyre.
They settle over time anyway. I think the air suspension. If you don't have it running. So that's why it looks like.
If you started it, you did the compressor kick in and it start rising.
Oh, hey.
But obviously it doesn't run, so.
I wouldn't mind that, but that's a good tyre. That, but there's
P0 on this one as well.
There's loads of cracking in it.
We're turning into Matt here, but you know we're checking the tyres.
This one isn't.
No, this one's not.
This one's not.
What make is it though?
It's half missing. I don't know. It's been run flat, I think.
Oh, it might have been rubbing.
Is that cracked as well?
Does it begin with the ACC E something? That's what it looks like for rubbed out, but
ACC.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the 2 matching on the back, 2 matching on the front.
But this one's all cracked and everything. Loads of crackage.
I mean, they need a refurb, but you know. What do you want for a cheap truck? It's heavy. Risky. You've even got your little pull-out thing, Lee.
What?
You know that's what are they called? The thing that covers the boot. Little pull-out doofer.
Oh yeah, the
one that Matt was saying. You can sell them.
Why? I was hoping that'd be there.
Tow bar.
Tow bar thingy. Because they're like 250 quid.
Yeah. Yeah. Has it got? Do they all have a tow bar thing built in?
Yeah.
And then you just buy the end.
Someone's put screws in it, those friggin' assholes. So I can't see the tow electrics. That's one to figure out when we get home, because it's not.
Yeah, it's not
I
essential.
do need it, but it's not essential.
Should we check the oil? Get that rag there in the boot. Check the oil and then turn it over and see what it sounds like. See if it sounds like it's got a cam belt attached.
Yeah, that'd be best, like.
Did he definitely say it ran again after it broke down the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Check one's oil.
Do you reckon that's because it's parked on hill? There's loads of oil in there.
What's the coolant like?
It's in one of them black bottles. Stupid.
Belton. Could be actually, because it's at the back of the engine and we're on a hill.
Yeah.
If not, I mean, you're probably doing an oil change anyway, but it'd be fine to turn over.
There's oil in it.
Yeah. How much coolant? I don't know if you can see down there. I'm not going to finger it if you can't f***ing see it. Ew.
Smells of oil.
So I say it's definitely for the coolant, isn't it? Yes, full of oil though. Turn it over.
What I was going to say, worst comes to worst, it's only a gasket in it. I know it's a job, but it's another video. But like you say, if you do price everything up and it ends up being a mission, and get me money back all day.
Email Matt, say, it's a cheap Range Rover here. Go, what?
Another £1,000 Range Rover, we're going to buy it. We'll take the tint out so he thinks it's not the same one.
Yeah, yeah.
See what
Turn it over, see what she sounds like.
Oh my days, I've been sat here like that. Ah, look at that there.
What?
Kip of the dash.
Oh, big crack.
Where the airbag goes. That's unfortunate, but so. Oh, there's loads of compression there though, isn't he?
Yeah, that battery's a bit shagged. Let me go and get the jump pack.
Yeah.
Big battery there. Might even start up and you can drive it on.
Ah.
It might end up starting up and you can drive it on. No.
Right, so we've established it doesn't start there.
Give it another turn.
What's the smoke from?
A bit of a tap there.
What?
Bit of a tap.
Engine tap.
Go around the back. Go around there.
Oh, hang on, let me reset the booster. Go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Yeah.
Right. So I think
It's like an odd tap though, isn't it? It's like, even though it's doing its cycle and it only goes like one time, it's not like, could that not be oil? Not being...
it's not been ran for so long.
Will it have lifters this, or is that just...
Possibly, yeah. I don't know the engine so well, but
No.
probably. But on first glance, I don't think it's just a fuel issue.
No.
What's it cat look like?
Not terrible. Not minging
Clean.
at all, nice and clean like.
Oil looked black as well, didn't it? There's a chance it could be like an EGR cooler, that, but
I've just lelt on that there, right funny on my elbow.
right funny on it.
Right funny on the elbow. Oh, that is a mission back there, that, isn't it?
Yeah, you gotta take all the scuttle off.
It does say something about taking the EGR pipe off as well. To make room for your hands, basically.
The pipe off there as well.
I mean, the truck doesn't look like a bad truck, all that much.
Where's that pipe gone?
Which way?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a little vac pipe.
Campbell got done at 93. Well, that's much use anymore.
No. You can't even get to that thing to... No, just to pull the cover off and just feel if the belt's still there or not.
And there's one off this one as well.
Good thing this though, I can put my dad's car next to it and go, ah, that goes.
Same engine.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Just saying there, my dad's got a spare engine, so I can take bits off this and swap it for his one. And you know, just try different parts and see what works and what's not. The only thing with this is that tap it's doing when it's on turnover.
And the oil in the
And
water
the oil in
tank.
the water tank, yeah. So you'd think like egg gasket.
There's oil in there, but that's not gone all creamy. That could, you know, could be the oil cooler's gone.
Oh yeah, mixed straight with you.
Could have. There's a chance, but I mean, with the thing not running, it does point towards more serious things like.
Sure.
Do you want to try
Get
and...
some stuff in.
Yeah, give it... See if it'll start.
Like,
Show me f***ing brew. It's hospitality this when you come to pick a car up.
yeah.
You're a brewmate.
He was going to make his bacon butties, but we opted out on that one because we didn't plan on being here forever, but... So...
Go get the tools and the brake cleaner.
Yeah, take that off.
And we'll just see if it'll fire with a bit of spray. That way, it will... Once the engine fires up, if that tap is just a lifter, it should shut up pretty quick.
Yeah.
If it's not, we'll find out. Engines are set back in these, aren't they? That's the front of the timing cover there. So that's basically the front of the engine. It goes to your knees over there somewhere. You know, pull this way. Just leave it there. Well, if it just pops off, yeah. Spray it down there.
Basically, you're just going to squirt a load of brake cleaner into
To try and fire it.
Suck air in to see it'll start because it's not getting fuel.
Which bit do you want to do? The turn the key or spray the shit?
Battery.
Oh, it's still on. No.
You know what we probably should have bought thinking about it? Jump leads so we could have just kept it on the truck.
Go on, do it again. Nice stuff. This has got something on the jump pack that I've not seen. Little temperature thing. Maybe it's hot.
Oh, it's dead.
Why would that have a temperature thing on?
Oh, that's lighting up.
Yeah?
Alright. You're not getting that much of a long crank, are you, with that? I don't know.
It's not looking as promising as we thought.
No, it's not.
Let's see. You're not going to lose, really.
No, I'm definitely not losing.
Where it comes to it.
Probably am just going to take it, but...
Right, I don't know what you want to do. Yeah, either.
Stick it on the trailer and straight with it when
Yeah. Charge the battery up properly.
Is that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so before I give up on this Range Rover, I think I'm going to plug old OBD11 in and see what that's saying fault codes are.
See if it gives us a clue into what it is.
Yeah, see if it gives us somewhat of a clue to what's going on. When you say as well, the interior being all black and it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
We get a few quid for that, if I strip it.
Yeah. That's it, you've only got to sell the wheel side steps, skirts,
Interior,
and then
away the rest.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh god. So let's see if this OBD11 can point us in the direction of the fault.
Keys are nice. Keys aren't battered.
Probably replacement eBay ones.
Yeah, there's a good chance, isn't there?
I do have the keys battered. Just buy a shell and put all the insides of the other one on.
What's going on with that?
It's like your brain when you're trying to think.
Connecting.
Is it going to say the battery's dead?
How much?
This?
Possibly.
The battery was very low, wasn't it?
Probably why that's doing that.
Maybe.
10.9 volt in the battery.
How many?
10.9.
Oh, I have to put this on, put the charger on or something. What's it say the voltage is now?
11.
That's the charger on.
No faults found. They must have
Deleted them
deleted them.
to see if it'd start or something. Right.
Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Because
Load it up.
you can't drive it to make the
Fault come on
fault
again.
come back on again. Because then you need the fault there to figure out, well, to somewhat know what it is.
So the downside of someone else coming out and
Yeah, delete and sort the
deleting
codes on.
codes off your car to try and get it going is when, if it won't go,
You can't get the codes come back on.
yeah, they can't get the codes come back on, so you can't get it somewhat. You're just going to have to dig into it and find. You know what to do there? Find out yourself.
There's no code, is there?
To be honest, we need to get it f***ing running. You could put like a pressure reader on the fuel rail, see if it's making pressure. If it's not making pressure, you know,
Oh, then that, yeah.
then it could be still the belt thing, or we could just take the scuttle off and look at the belt, make sure that's on.
Yeah.
See if it is that fueling issue that he's mentioned. If not, like,
Or
I think
a sensor on the rail.
could be, but there's still oil in that coolant, so we'll have to figure that one out. But that again could be the oil cooler.
Yeah. I feel like the reason for it just stopping though won't be the fact that it's got oil in the water though, will it? Because it wouldn't turn over like that, would it?
If it lost oil compression, it wouldn't turn over, but it sounds like it has got some. Oh, doesn't sound bad turning over.
No. Right, I'm going to take it anyway, I think, because...
You want it on eBay?
Yeah, I put it on eBay. I mean, I could say it's absolutely goose, but it's £1,000. There's definitely £1,000 worth of stuff I can get back off the car by just stripping it, basically, and scrapping it.
Yeah, so there's a chance we've got parts there
Yeah.
ready for it. We just need to pinpoint what it is.
And if not, I can always try and find another engine.
You could.
Yeah, so that's the end of that for
Yeah,
today.
I'm going to get it loaded up.
Get it on the trailer and take it home, and we'll figure it out at home, I think, rather than leave this poor man and his missus alone.
Get it on and get the battery on charge. However, we might have to tow it up the drive because it's on a bit of an hill. That might end up going backwards rather quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see, but that's a hill down there. Park a bit further down, near that blue car maybe.
Do we want to
roll it down so we gather some speed and just roll it up? Do you know what I mean?
The brakes are not going to be clever though, are they?
No, but they should work.
Reckon?
They'll stop you doing a jump off it, like. You want to put it right to the bottom so you get a good run up?
No, we don't want to be too fast. I think we'll just get on. We'll get on by just rolling, won't we?
Jump and clear the D-Max. Make a good video.
If you put the car just past them lecky boxes there, or data boxes, that'll probably make the trailer quite level to just push on.
Yeah. So I'll just get this moved down the road.
I'll show you anyway, just so you know.
Start it, went weep. Just gonna leave it here so we can get it run up down the hill. Get this trailer ready. Needs a bit of grease, doesn't it? Make sure that's shut.
Yeah.
And all the brakes might be a bit stuck. Is that off?
That's newty.
Right. Oh, handbrake.
Don't know how you get the handbrake off.
Right, hang on. Wait.
I know this is the brake, but there you go. Right.
Right, you ready?
Go on.
Go on.
No.
No.
Feeling strong?
Do you want to get to stay in?
I'm off the brake then.
Come on. Go forward. Come in. Take one good shot at this trailer.
Go on.
Right.
Making all the time.
My ass is fucking near enough out. Gonna look lovely on that camera. And straighten up. Your brakes working? Yeah.
Straighten up.
Go on.
Yeah. Because I think you're looking at what he's looking at, the circle. The actual camera's tilted.
Yeah, I know, I can see the square.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Don't know your beefers then?
Right, so we got the Range Rover back home. Unfortunately, the previous owners had someone already out and they've wiped the previous data off with the diagnostic, so we can't really see what's wrong with it. Basically, we're going to have to get the car charged up and we'll try again then if we can get it running.
Yeah, so we'll get back to you on a spare day. We're just on with building the mech at the minute, so when we get him in it, we'll have a look at it and then we'll get back to you.
Right guys, here it is, my £1,000 Range Rover Sport. I bought it as a non-runner a couple of weeks ago, but whilst we were there picking it up, we never really got a chance to start it when we were there because we were dealing with dead batteries and dead jump pack. So now that I've got it on, we've had the battery charged and we're going to get it on, give it a crank and see what happens with it.
Well, I made that catchphrase.
You have to ignore all the shit, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm building an extension.
It's not, it's just a scruffy.
Oh, I am building an extension.
No, he is. There's the caravan, it's dirty, dirty caravan. Yeah. There you go. Used to be an outhouse, like a brick shed. So he's converting it. So his kitchen's bigger. Yeah.
Have you seen this yet, you?
No? No inside.
It's nice, like.
Man. Yeah, the inside's way better.
Yeah, the inside's friggin' clean, like.
Yeah.
To be honest, you could do with giving it a wash.
Yeah, man. I want a car, right?
I'm hoping it starts and the suspension goes.
Yeah.
Does it have an automatic?
He got an air compressor.
Yeah, it'll have a leak on it, but it won't be major, because like you say, it hasn't been started for friggin' months.
Yes.
But the only bit of crusty bit it's got really is there, on the wheel arch, and then on the other side, but I'm not asked about that. And if I am bothered about that, Carl won't charge me much to pick that in.
No.
You just grind it all back, probably just
bang a bit of rust treatment on it.
It's even got heated side windows, and then back ones. That's what the lines are.
There's a heated screen as well. Nice. Doubt you'll get them lines in there, Jono, but they're dead faint like. We'll see what it's like once I've had it for a little bit. Polish the frigging thing and see what it comes up like. If it looks alright, I'll just leave it.
Right, so this is round 2.
Yeah. Round 2.
Yeah. We did come out earlier, but for some reason the footage didn't have any audio. And basically the engine turned over before. We'll just do the noises over the footage.
Yeah.
Whoop-a, whoop-a, whoop-a. That's not funny nice. And then it stopped turning over. So we'll just run through what it's doing now. So we've got some bloody audio. Should turn over now and be laughing.
Oh, optimistic that like.
Make sure that's tight and got a good grip.
I'm just going to show you it cranking and locking basically.
Gary, knock it on the head, mate. Trying to record here, Gaz. I want to say a big thanks to OBD11 for sponsoring today's video.
OBD11 is a great little tool to have.
It's like a little diagnostic tool that'll fit in your pocket. It's got OBD2 functionality, gives your engine insights. You can diagnose faults and unlock hidden features in the car.
So if you're an experienced mechanic or just a hobbyist, OBD11 will sort you right out with this handy little tool. You can also use code TVR at checkout to get a tidy 10% off, or you can click the link in the description below.
Right, to connect to OBD11, all you've got to do is plug in the OBD reader into the diagnostic port, put the ignition on and click connect. It'll take a couple of minutes to read all the different ECUs and all that, and then it'll give us any fault codes. So one fault found. It says it's with the transmission. OBD fault code U0121, and here you can just click on the Google sign and it'll tell you a description of what the fault will be. Right, so we're going to clear it now and we'll drive it for a bit and see if that code comes back up. That way we'll know if it's a proper fault or not, or whether the battery being low or something that's just caused it.
OBD11's one-click app, which makes it really easy to customise things on your car. For example, you can customise your headlight adaptation for when you're driving abroad, so you're not blinding other drivers with your full beam. Hey, like that.
There's literally loads. I can't believe how many there is. Let's try the door open alarm. Right, so with this car, when the door's open, obviously makes an annoying beep. You can actually turn that off on this app. So we'll turn it off, we'll activate it, it's saying done. There you go. Look at that.
That's so nice, isn't it?
That's alright, that. Right, so you can either add a sound or remove it when you're locking, just to confirm it's locked so you're not second guessing yourself. Right, so we just put the audible sound on for when you're locking and unlocking, so you can tell when you've unlocked it or locked it.
You can also do needle sweep, automatic folding mirrors when you lock your car, and my personal favourite, turn off stop start. So it's about the same price, if not slightly cheaper, as putting your car in the garage to get a mechanic to diagnose your car, but yet you've got this for life. So OBD11 is not just limited to VAG or BMW, it's for all other motors newer than 08.
So thanks again to OBD11 for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to use code TVR at checkout for 10% off. Right, go on. What's going on there, man? It is trap. Does not sound good whatsoever, that.
No.
See your little key bumps? Yeah, go on. Go on. So see the fan moving there, but nothing else is moving. Right, let me see if I can get to the... So obviously, all that's got a bit of movement, so the crank is trying to spin. But if you look, hang on.
Might be hard to see that in there, like.
We looked in there before anyway. You can see a cam. There's not a bit of movement. So the crank's trying to turn, but no movement at all on the cam, which I'm assuming the belt's gone. But earlier on, you'll see the fan spinning round and it's spitting a bit of smoke out from down here. So it was spinning, and then all of a sudden it's locked up. And we knew it was sort of poorly. We didn't know how poorly.
No.
It's terminal, innit?
It is terminal, like.
To be honest, it's just snuffed it. So anyway, obviously the engine locked up. Liam's dad, where he works, has got a spare engine there, one of these engines. And he said he can have it cheap. It's looking like that's the option now.
Which is definitely now the case, because it's locked itself up.
We know now that the engine's dead. It's not really worth looking into it for For what Liam can get the engine for, it's not even worth looking at that one.
No.
So the idea is, the engine and his dad's work, get it and refresh it.
Yeah, basically he bought an engine off someone who had a Discovery, and it was a complete rot box, but apparently the engine was a good engine, it just had petrol put in it. So it was unknown really whether it was a good engine or not. But he said, I can strip the engine down in my dad's work, see if it's all good before buying it. He only wants 300 quid if it's all good. If not, he's just going to scrap it anyway.
It's a bargain that.
See you later. Nice one, Beck, for interrupting
It's
that.
Liam's bird that. F***ing getting in the way as usual. She'll kill me for that.
Yeah, so he basically did say, I can have the engine, if it's all right, I can have it for 300 quid. If it's not, he's only going to bin it anyway. So I'm going to strip the engine down in my dad's work to take the heads off, basically to look at the bore and the top of the pistons to see if the petrol's melted anything. I'll have to put head gasket, head bolts and all that gubbins on. So we'll strip all the bottom of the engine off, we'll take all the sump off and have a look at the crank and see if that's all right, see if it needs shells or what. But for the sake of it, I've already priced some parts up and they're not dear at all.
Yeah, so for the sake of it, you may as well do all the shells.
Yeah, do all the shells, do all the mains.
Do all the belts.
And do big ends.
Oil pump.
Yeah, so and we'll do an oil pump.
Chains on the cams.
Oh yeah, oil pump, chains on the cams and tensioners. And then all the belts, so it'll be auxiliary belt, cam belt, diesel, pump belt, and then all the tensioners and pulleys you get with the kit.
So basically it's a refreshed engine.
Yeah,
It's
a refreshed. It'll be a refreshed engine, pretty much. It'll be good to feel confident about the engine being in the truck. You know what I mean? Not like this, so I don't know anything about it and I'll just be paranoid. It's not going to work one day.
Yeah, you're feeling
Really?
a lot better than a second-hand engine.
Yeah, definitely.
And like you say, you can take it to his granddad's, do it on the 2-poster ramp, and you know, rope his dad in as well.
Yeah, everyone will be getting roped in.
His dad always gets roped in if it's anything to do with an engine.
Right, so what I've decided to do with this Range Rover is, because it's in bits in the garden, I'm going to do this build partly at home and partly in my granddad's garage, because we've got too many cars going on in the workshop for us to do it there, so I'm going to do it after work and the weekends and that with my dad. But I've stripped as much stuff off as I can. Just whilst it's in the garden I can have a look and see what's sort of wrong with this engine, but I don't want to take it apart too much until it goes to my granddad's garage. So now that me and Andy have figured out that this engine's pretty much goosed, I'm going to head up to my dad's work and strip the engine down there and see if it's worth rebuilding that engine or the one that's in the truck. ERS, Engine Repair Services. Good bunch of lads here. If you're from the northwest and you're needing basically engine repairs, it's a good place to bring it. They're a nice little lads and they're all good at the job, like. And I'm not just saying that because my dad works here, they are actually good at what they do. Right then, so let's get inside and get this engine stripped and see what we're dealing with. So we're going to strip this apart, build this engine, and then it's just a case of taking the body off and swapping engines over, and then I'll look into the other engine when it comes to it, see if it's worth selling or just chucking in the bin. Apparently this one's had petrol through it, so we're not quite sure, but we'll soon find out.
Right, so the main goal for today is to get the cylinder heads off and check all the bores and make sure the petrol hasn't damaged anything. And if we've got time, we'll also take the sump off and check the crank and all the bearings. Right, so to get us to the point where we can check the bores, first of all we're going to have to remove all the pipes, all the wiring and any clips. Then the rocker cover will have to come off, then we can get to the cams. When we're removing the cams, remember to keep all your cam caps in order as they are numbered, and then we can get to the cylinder head bolts. So as you can see, Mark's actually numbering them as he's taking them off, just so it's easier for him to see for when he's putting them back. And then the head bolts have got to come out, and then we can lift the cylinder heads off and check the bores. So to check the bore, you've got to push the piston all the way down, and we'll have to do each one individually as they're all staggered on the crank.
What a bit of work.
Nice.
Right, so Mark's given it the finger of approval, and he reckons all the cylinders are good. So as long as the crank's alright, we're good to go with the rebuild. Right, so next we're going to check the crank. To do this, we're going to lift it up, drain the oil, and remove the sump.
It's lovely and black in there though, isn't it, really? Like silveriness and that.
Right, so we're just going to reposition the engine and sit it on its flywheel. Then we can take the oil baffle off, and that's the last thing that's got to come off before we can see the crank. So the oil baffle is attached directly to the block. To undo this, you've literally got to undo a shed load of bolts and give it a bit of a love tap to crack the seal.
Well, that sounds promising.
As you can hear, the first couple of taps sounded quite solid and high pitched. But then the tone changes and it goes a lot deeper and more hollow sounding. That tells us that the seal's cracked and the part's on its way off. So now that the oil baffle's off, it gives us access to the crank so we can check the condition of the big ends.
Did you watch that Matt Armstrong video with the Ferrari? He's building the Ferrari engine up and he puts that red assembly lube underneath them.
Underneath them?
Yeah, and all.
Oh well, you learn by your mistakes, aren't you?
Right, so with the big end shells being worn, that means they're going to need replacing. We've also noticed there's a bit of crank float as well. It's getting a bit late in the day now to do that, so we'll crack on with that tomorrow.
Right, so I'm just going back to ERS, it's where we're stripping this engine down. We got to a certain point the other night with it and we had to leave it because my dad had to get back, but I'm just going to go back tonight, take the piston and rings out and just make sure the rings are alright with it. If they're alright, apparently they're good, the rings they use in Range Rovers. I've been speaking to a few people, so if there's no cracks or breakages with them, they'll be fine to go back in. And then I'll get on with ordering all the other parts for the rebuild, and we'll build it up, and hopefully soon we'll have a fully built engine ready to go back in the truck. So we'll get in there and get cracking. Right, yeah, so as I was saying in the car today, we're going to get all the pistons out. So my dad's just numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just so when they come out they go back in the same bore. Just to check the rings, because all the bores look good. There's no scrape marks or nothing like that. But we'll get them out and give it a little bit of a hone with the honing tool and make sure they're alright. So the first thing to do here is reposition this engine so we can turn the flywheel and cycle the crank.
Probably better to hit line it on its side there, I can turn it. Hit your flywheel hanging over the edge. It right on as far as we can get it on without the flywheel being catchy.
So the next thing to do here is put marks in the big end caps. We're just going to use a punch and number them so it matches the number on the top of the piston on the other side of the engine.
Right, so after marking them up, we're going to remove the 2 connecting bolts, remove the cap, and then tap the piston up the other side of the engine.
That's it.
Well, with this, that could be what's wrong with that one.
We found that there was one of the rings stuck on one of the pistons. So it's a good job we dove into taking this engine apart, otherwise we might have missed that. And the result of that would have led to us having low compression on one of the cylinders. So after checking the rings, we're going to move on to investigating what this crank float is and also check the main bearings as well. We'll do this by removing all 6 bolts that hold the caps in. We'll rattle the caps off and we can visually inspect the bearings. She's made these brioche buns, not burgers. She made these freaking onion rings the other night. Look, I should have tasted them, but honest to God, I can't believe it. I'm considering they were like gluten-free ones and that.
Fucking stinks, that.
It does stink, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it's a bit f***ed, isn't it?
So as you can see, there's a lot of wear and pit marks on it.
Yeah, that's a bit
Will that knacker the crank?
tip of marks in this, but then you probably polish out that certainly.
But luckily enough, it hasn't damaged the crank. So we got away with that, as that would have been a dear part to replace.
So now you can see we're taking the thrust washer out the crank.
Yeah, on that one.
What's that?
Yeah. Thrust washer.
What do you mean, so down at the side way down?
That,
And make you breathe in and out stuff?
that's what's giving me a play with that.
So after removing the flush washer and visually inspecting it, you can clearly see that part of it is missing. And this is what's causing the play in the crank. This bearing that we're changing, there should be, that bit that wobbles about there, there should be another one of them on that side. And it isn't there, it's fell off. It's not inside the engine and it's not in the sump. But when we took the sump off, it had friggin' loads and loads of glue on the sump, so it's been off before the sump. So someone's obviously found that, took it off, chucked it, put the sump back on with loads of glue. But then you get that in and out play when they're not in. When that was in, it was still doing it, but obviously because one half had come off and was missing. So that was the play, so we've ordered one of them.
Right, so after inspecting the engine, we've come to the conclusion that we're going to need big ends as one's slightly worn, a set of mains as one's pitted, some thrust washers, and we're just going to throw a set of rings in it as well and probably give it a quick hone just so the job's done right.
So yeah, that's the outcome of that there. Took the pistons out, one of the piston rings is stuck in, but it's just carbon build up, so I'd have probably had a problem with that there if I'd just left it. So it was a good job we took them out really. So I'll buy new rings for it, and my dad's going to get Steve to have a look at that crank tomorrow and see if we can polish that little tiny mark out. You can't feel the mark, it's literally just I wouldn't even say it was a score mark. It's nothing really. He reckons it'll polish out, but we'll speak to Steve tomorrow anyway and see what he says, because he's like a friggin' wizard with engines and stuff, so.
Right guys, so welcome back to the channel. A few months ago you might remember that I bought myself a Range Rover Sport for £1,000. Now I found this on eBay, so we went down, we had a look at it, and I was hoping for it to be an easy fix, but when we got it back, it was a whole different story. After unloading it and putting it in my garden, turned it over a few times and it locked up on the spot.
Basically the engine turned over before. I'll just do the noises over the footage.
Yeah.
Whoop-a, whoop-a, whoop-a. Just that funny nice. And then it stopped turning over, so
I've decided to build myself another engine. So today's video is a bit of an update on my Range Rover and just to let you know what's going on with it really. So the problem I had with the Range Rover was machine work on the head and valves. Now my valves weren't seating properly when you were trying to lap the valves in. So I had to wait for the engine machine shop to make a tool to sort out my head. And I'll explain to you what it is in this short little video now. Right, so the problem we've had here with these valves is when my dad's lapped them in, all that bit there is a full seat inside the head. So then we've had to get Steve to use this machine. Basically, you put the right size pin in the centre of there, obviously matches the valve, slides in. So before, that full seat there was sitting on all the way on the valve there, so it can't be pulled down any tighter. So now he's cut 3 different angles. You've got one angle at the top there, a secondary angle there, and then a third angle there. So has he got to then put another angle? Have you got to put another angle on that, or is that fine now like that? Or is it? Sounding it. So yeah, that's the problem we were having. That head sorted. Still got one more head to go.
Yeah, I've shown them in the old one, Liam. This one's pretty much the same. You see the way the wall pitted, so we've got to straighten it out with a fresh cutting it.
Right,
you're cutting the whole seat, that's what you've got to do.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's new seats.
Right, so like as you can see there, that one, you've got basically one angle to match the one angle on the valve in that one over there. So he's cut basically 3 lots of angles to make it only sit on. So where you can see there's like a 2mm ring all the way around. So you've got like a mil or so, then a 2mm ring, and then a 2mm ring. So they're 3 different angles. Yeah, that's only got one angle on it. So when you seat them in, you're only meant to have not all that sat inside there touching. That's the issue. Basically, the heads have to be machined to a different angle to the valves so they seal properly and can always be sealed tighter. So that's done now, so hopefully tomorrow I'm going to start building the engine up with my dad. So hopefully by next weekend we'll have an update video for you. So while the car's been sat in my garden, I've actually had the car machine polished because it was looking rather tatty and had a couple of scratches in it that I didn't really like. So basically I got it machine polished just to see if a lot of the paint had come back to original and nice and shiny again. And you want to see the difference, it's unbelievable.
night and day, innit?
Yeah. So after getting it machine polished, the only thing letting it down really was the headlights and the wheels, but I'm going to wait to get the wheels done till after I've had my engine built and I'll put all that back together. So for today, we're going to tackle these instead of buying new ones, and we're going to try and bring these back to life because they're basically sun-baked and they look absolutely terrible.
Oh, they look like they got a cataracts.
Yeah, they look worse when they're in the car. They don't actually look that bad now they're in here in this light, but you know when they're in daylight light, they're terrible. So Andy's going to run you through the basics of how you do this.
Right, so to do this, basically we're going to start flattening them off with sandpaper. Now our roughest grade's 800, we've got 1000, 1500 and 2000 grit. We've got a buffer and some compound. So obviously you start with the roughest one, rub them all down, you'll see on this one. So we've rubbed this one down and that's how it turns out. So it's gone from that to that. and then you go up in stages until you're at the 2000, and then we'll buff them with the compound, and hopefully they'll come up like this new plastic. If not, we'll have to lacquer them, but it should be like new headlights when we're done. So this is not specific to Range Rovers either. This can happen on any car, especially if it's been in the sun. Usually older cars, they all just go sun-baked, so this is relevant to any car with faded headlights, and anyone can do this really. Like you say, you could pick up a buffer for what, 30, 40 quid, something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of compound, bit of sandpaper, so each one of them headlights is probably 500 quid from Land Rover.
Easy.
So there's no point, you know. So it's worth having a go anyway, and we're going to start with the 800 grit.
And to be honest, without trying to do this, if you were to just try and re-lens the lights, nightmare. I wouldn't even bother. It's a nightmare of a job.
Some come off alright, but some are...
So to re-lens the headlights, I've got a shot of on my phone actually of, what did we do? The Scirocco, weren't it?
Yeah, headlight and chips.
Headlight and chips for tea. So what we're having for tea today is headlight and chips. So basically we put the headlight in the oven to soften all the glue that goes around there, to pull all these little tabs off to get the lens out, but it's just not worth doing. Just buy yourself another headlight, honestly. It's a nightmare of a job, isn't it? Right, so before we carry on with today's video, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to today's sponsor, OBD11. OBD11 is a great little tool to have.
It's like a little diagnostic tool that'll fit in your pocket.
So it's fully licensed with car factories, smart advanced diagnostics and customization tools.
So it's got official licenses for the VAG, BMW and the Toyota and Lexus groups. It means you've got maximum safety and full support from the factories for the latest updates.
It's not just a gadget, it's your ticket to unlocking your car's full potential.
With OBD2 functionality, basic diagnostics, engine insights and gearbox tweaks, OBD11's got your back.
So OBD11 is created and made in Europe, so you know you're in safe hands. So we wanted to plug our OBD11 reader into this BMW E90, but as we know, it only supports 2008 and newer. So I'm going to show you what it does on a couple of other cars.
So on this A5, we were able to put a G-meter and a lap timer on the dash, which is cool if you want to take your car to the track.
So we also put the Seat Leon on a Diagnostics and found out an over-revving engine fault. So with the one-click app, we were able to fit him a speed warning indicator on his dash, just to remind him when he's being silly. So we've also fitted them with the US-style turn lights. It leaves the indicators on and it looks pretty cool. And lastly, with my personal car, this Audi A4, I turned off stop-start as it can ruin my starter motor. And I also added the needle sweep, so every time I put the ignition on, my needles go.
So for other brands newer than 2008, it'll do your basic OBD2 diagnostics on your engine, emissions and automatic gearboxes.
So once again, I want to say a massive thank you to OBD11 for continuing to sponsor us and helping us through our YouTube career. We appreciate it a lot.
So I'm just going to get to rubbing them down anyway. Get that on the stand and let's get rubbing.
Yeah.
Andy, over to you, mate.
Do your thing, boy! Right, so we're about at the end of the 800 grit here. Just going to give it a wipe down. And hopefully this will give us a bit more of an indication of how clear it becomes. So when it's all wet, obviously this is still rough grade, so don't take this as final product. You can tell it's better already. Need to get in that corner a bit more. So you imagine. Look, there's a lot less
Cloudiness.
Yeah. Have a look now, I need to a bit more there, a little bit more on this edge. Bit here.
Right in the corners, isn't it? It's a bloody nightmare. Like they're not a flat head like Range Rover. It's got like bubbles in.
So it's going to go cloudy again as it dries, but that just gives you an indication of what it's going to look like. It's much easier as well when you do it on a flat headlight. Anything other than the Range Rover one, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Like you see a lot of videos, don't you, of people going, oh, you use this bit of pineapple and WD-40 and in the back of an orange peel or something like that and give it a rub and then voila, they're done.
Yeah, you got to count to 3, don't forget that.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, ABC and all that and they're done, but they're all my ass. The best way to do it is literally 1, buy new headlights, 2, change your lens, or 3, what we're doing.
Especially if they're this bad. You say you can just buff. They've just got a slight mist, you can just buff them. But when they're like this, you've got no chance.
The one is the same.
280 grit there, lad. This is taking it.
Rub through the plastic.
Right, needs a bit more of a going over, but that's it after 1,000. You can tell it's a lot more uniform now and not patchy. Still, you've got like that little bit down there that needs a bit more. There's a bit there. But on the whole, you look at that now, compared to what it was, 100 times better. But we'll keep sanding, and then we'll buff them up. Over and out and all that.
Right, so that's 1,000 grit all rubbed down in both lights.
Just going to give it a quick wipe over with a damp cloth, just again so you can see how clear it's gone, or how clear it hasn't gone, one of the two.
Yeah. They are much better.
Yeah. So next step's 1,500.
Yeah, that's the 1,500 grit sandpaper done. Much better.
Oh yeah.
Even just feeling them is loads better.
Ah!
Rip that.
You can't say that.
It's a dodgy rip that.
That's better.
Yeah, even just feeling the lights now, you don't feel any of the, you could feel the sunburntness quite bad. All that's gone now.
Sunburntness. I love you made up words, mate.
Yeah. What did you call it?
I don't know, but it's not sunburntness. But yeah, last grade now, 2,000. Gonna give them a proper good rub down now with this, and then hopefully we'll be at the stage where we can just buff them back up. Oh, nearly come up with on that.
We've got them all rubbed down, flattened off with all the different grade sandpapers. So you go from 800 if they're quite rough. Ah, it smells lovely that. What's that?
Don't know, it's compound.
Smells like Frutella or something.
Not a bad smelling one.
Anyway, you go through all your different grades. Go through all your different grades of sandpaper from 800 to 2,000, finishing on like 2,000. You can give them a wet flat if you want, but they don't really need it, they're alright. And then now we're just going to get some compound on, buff them, and they should be crisp for neat.
Yeah, we're not professional buffists.
No.
So
Thing polish it.
yeah. Are we wetting
Did
this?
you give us a speed one? Is it thingy? Yeah.
Let's put it on the slowest.
My dad said I've got 2 speeds on mine, fast and fast.
Lovely. Your dad's has an angle grinder with a buffing pad in it.
Probably.
Should we wet that a bit?
H2O in here.
Where's the high quality here? Yeah, I'll do, otherwise it'll get fucking...
Be flinging far and wide. As you can see, it's not our compound.
Fuck yeah! Right, I'm going to hang this off the edge of the front. Let's see how this does.
If the lights are really bad, sometimes you do have to, if this doesn't work, you do have to re-lacquer the lens, but
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 they're normally alright, aren't they? Yeah.
So we'll give that a quick wipe down now and then just check it and probably do it again. To be honest, it's a million times better. Okay, go around here and have a little look.
It does sound like a million times better with the rubbing. Oh yeah, just fresh them, aren't they?
I mean, that's not proper done yet.
Sanded, flattered, not polished.
Got a reflection, lad, look.
Yeah.
Put them in the camera. But yeah, we are going to go over these again. But look at that. There we go, there's the one. Right, so we're just going to give this one another quick going over, just to any bits I've missed, and then we'll move on to the next one. Because it's, although it's looking 100 times better, it's still not the shiniest yet.
Yeah, it's still a bit dull.
That was only a quick go over, wasn't it? So we'll do that. Need you to hang that over there. Now never let these get too hot either and run on the corners. If you get on car bodywork when you're buffing the body, these are called swage lines. If you hit them and rub over them too much, it'll literally take paint off. So you've got to be, not quick, but just be careful.
And light, don't push too hard either.
Yeah. Right, I'm just going to call that sort of done, apart from a polish. A million times better these.
Yeah. Isn't it?
They're acceptable in your Range Rover now.
Oh yeah. They look fresh because my back ones are spanking.
It's not brand new, but it's sort of new.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, compared to what it was, they'd have failed an MOT.
Yeah.
How they were.
Definitely.
Because it obstructs the light beam. So we've made them passable, and he hasn't got to buy new headlights.
So we've still got this one to do. Now you can see. Rub down.
Polished.
Polished. Well, compounded in it really, but you could probably still give them a bit of a polish with like a Maguire's or Autoglym or something like that, just actual normal polish.
That protects it, yeah.
Yeah, they protect it and come up a little bit more shinier, but they do look good as they are. I'm happy with that.
Right guys, so we knocked out the next headlight and this is what they're looking like now.
You ain't no discussion, look, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't cuffing my clock, they tugging. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play?
Right, so there they are, all done. I reckon Liam's made up with them.
Yeah, same as our few quid really.
Yeah, 100%.
The car will look fresher with them in because the front end looked really old looking just because they were like that. It'll look newer to say.
Yeah.
Especially with my private plate on.
Yeah.
Bloody brand new this thing.
Yeah, so Jack, one of the lads, has machine polished it and it looks clean now, and the headlights really let it down. So headlights are done. I think he says he's got a little private plate so you don't know what year it is. And yeah, it's going to look a lot cleaner, tidier and newer. There we go.
Just need to talk different than the wheels.
Yeah, just tell him to give him a shout in one of the videos. Biff, come on.
Dead cheap, man. They're going to need a good bit of file on. Like.
Yeah.
Give us a minute, I'll do an outro instead. Just waiting for Yon one to stop grinding stuff outside
Yeah,
the door.
there's an outro coming, Jono. Just hang on. Stand there next to your lights. Yeah.
Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Now as some of you may know, a few months ago I bought myself a Range Rover Sport for £1,000. By the time we got the car back home and tried to fix it, turns out the engine had seized. So there was a spare engine in my dad's work that the fella only wanted 300 quid for. Problem with that is it had petrol through it. So a couple of videos ago we stripped that engine down just to make sure it was alright and it was worth building. After stripping it down, turns out the engine's all good. So in today's video we're going to build this engine up so you can see the ins and outs of how you build an engine. Right, so yeah, we're here. Now hopefully we are going to try and get as much of this engine washed as possible tonight. Don't want any swarf knocking about inside the engine. Obviously because it's had machine work done and stuff like that, you do get swarf from the honing and machining the heads and stuff like that. So the game plan for tonight really is just clean it all as much as possible and just get it ready and prepped up, ready for building the engine up. And hopefully we've got a built engine very soon and we can move on to putting it in the car. I cannot wait to get this car on the road. I'm sick of looking at it in my garden in pieces. But stuff takes time when you're calling in favours from family and stuff like that. It's just the way it is. But I'm not bothered. I just need it back on the road as soon as possible, ready to go away in it on Aldi. Right, so we've got all kinds to get in the parts bath. You have to wash all my rocker cover covers because they're just full of crap. all minging in there. Don't want them going back on the engine covered in all kinds. So wash both of them, wash that out. Cam cover needs washing. We've got a defo Dura belt. See, it's starting to crack all in there and every one. It's not good really. Defo Dura belt. So find the tub, put all the bolts in, get it in the parts bath, clean everything off. And my cams as well. Give them a wipe down, clean all them up. Looks a mess, but it's organised. Chaos is what it is. Right, so that's pretty much everything off there now. I can go and wash them, get them in the parts bath, get them clean.
So to clean the rocket cover and the cam cover, we're going to use a two-step process. Firstly, we're going to use a parts bath, followed by a steam pressure cleaner. So a parts bath is a contained environment with a spray gun in it, and it has a glass window so you can look into it. It also has these rubber gloves ports that you can stick your hands in order to move the parts around without getting the chemicals on your hands.
Stinks that. Feel like it's in there, just covered in all kinds of crap, so I'm going to blast it through, try and get much of that out as possible, but comes out quite clean.
After Liam was done giving that a second wash, it was time to move on to the high pressure steamer. Now this pressure wash is capable of blasting water at a temperature of 100 to 110 degrees Celsius. And the idea is to get rid of all the carbon and grease that's built up over the years and restore this back to a factory condition.
It's a messy job, that. It's like a head graveyard in there. So basically the idea behind that tool in there is just to degrease and clean any swarf. Must be nice when you put some engines back together though, when you've not got greasy hands putting them back in. Once you've done all that.
Oh yeah.
Right, so I can't wait for this engine to be all built up and back in the car. Once the engine's built back up and back in the Range Rover, I'm going to plug OBD into it and see what fault codes I've got. I already know I've got a transmission fault code because it tells me on the dash, but there could be more. So speaking of fault codes, as you may have seen in the last video with Dan's Mercedes Vito, has been in a heavy crash. So we're going to plug OBD11 into Dan's Vito and see how many fault codes we've got.
Right, so all you've got to do is plug this in the OBD2 port, switch your ignition on, hit connect, and then it'll say select device. So you'll click that. Right, so all you've got to do is hit tap to scan, and it'll go through all the separate diagnostic modules, and it'll tell you how many fault codes you've got. Right, so if you've ever got a fault code on, this is a great little way to scan and find out the problem without having to send it to a garage. And by doing this, you could save yourself a few quid. So now it's showing up 5 faults found. So we'll click that, and we've got a mass airflow fault, intake air temperature. I mean, it has been smashed, so it's going to have some. I thought it'd have more, to be honest.
To be honest, Dad, I thought it'd have a lot more.
Turbocharger, supercharger, inlet pressure. So this is all to do with air on the intake side. Pump A control circuit low. Don't know what that is, and a network error. That's not so many, that. So there we go. OBD11 saved us about 70 quid in garage fees in having it diagnosed. So massive thanks to them. So OBD11 also offers a one-click app function where you can customise features on your car.
And depending on your car, you can also do needle sweep. You can add a beep when you lock your car so you know it's locked whilst you're walking away. And you can also do rear reverse folding mirrors.
So go and grab yourselves one and you'll thank us later.
And if you want to save even more money, you can use code TVR at checkout to save yourselves an extra 10% off. Or you can scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description below.
So what's left to clean on that there then? The block's done, innit? Just the crank and the cams.
Crank won't clean, that's all laughing in.
Next, we'll be lapping the valves to achieve a perfect fit between the valve head and the hole. And to do this, we use a grit paste and a valve tool.
I'll do that one, you said. Nice and easy on that one. It's one of them Chrysler Bentleys. Yeah, I do like them. Pete used to have one on the site.
By hand, we ground the valve against the seat. This action smooths out any imperfections, ensuring a tight seal for improved efficiency and performance. Now, it's super important to make sure you remember which valve goes with which hole. So to do this, we poke the valves through a piece of cardboard, just so we remember which valve corresponds with which hole. And since this is a V engine, we'll have to repeat this process twice, once for each cylinder head.
Right, that'll do.
So now that they're all lapped in, time to get skimming. I mean, to me, this is a risky job, this, isn't it?
Why?
Well, imagine it skimming wonky slightly.
No, you can't do that. Well, no, if you set it up properly, you can't.
Over time, a cylinder head can warp due to all the heat and pressure, which causes it to lose its flatness. So what skimming the head means is essentially we're going to be shaving down the head to ensure that it's perfectly flat, so that when we connect the head gasket onto it, it can form the perfect seal. So today we're going to be using this milling machine, which is an incredibly precise piece of machinery, and it's capable of shaving down 1/1000th of an inch.
So the second head here, what is it, lower? The different size from height to bottom to top that side, and then it's shorter that side. So you space it out with a bit of newspaper. It's literally the height difference out it can be. Just boxed it there.
Yeah.
That's crazy, that.
Now when you think how thick a piece of
how thick's a piece of newspaper?
It's about 2.5 thou.
Is it?
Yeah.
And that's taking half a thou a jobby off that.
So
you're taking, that's to 2.5 thou thickness.
To bring it up round.
When you're, but when you're skimming that and you're taking half a thou off at a time.
Yeah.
Because that cut into 5 slices, isn't it?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, hell. So if you was to slice the paper down lengthways, like thickness wise, you'd get 5 sheets out of that one sheet, is what that cuts off every time. It's hardly worth doing, isn't it? Obviously.
Flat, isn't it?
Yeah. Madness there. You've got that one blade there, if you can see on there, like a diamond tip blade.
When you think about it, if that was bent in the middle there and it was 2.5, 3 thou out, when you're tightening it up, the head won't bend. So that gasket's not as tight as the end, so obviously that's why I broke. That's why you have to do it.
How do you know if a head's been milled, skimmed before as well? Or don't you?
You don't really, not unless you was to get the measurement from it and measure it.
Like from bottom to top?
Yeah.
So up to now we've got all my rocker covers all washed out, my cam belt cover all washed out, got all that degunked. There was loads of carbon build up inside the rocker covers, so we've washed all that out with the parts washer and then hot steamed it. We've then just done this head, lapped the valves in this head and done a head skim on both heads. This one we've just done before, Dad's just washing the other one now. Them valves have already been lapped in the other head, so tomorrow we'll have 2 fully built heads ready to go back in the engine, and we can start building the block up, put all the crank in and all that, and we should be nearly there, ready to go. Right guys, so we're back at my dad's work, ARS. I'm going to carry on with this engine tonight, try and get my heads all built up, ready to go on. I think we're just doing bits overnight, after work, when we finish work, just try and stab away at it and do as much as we possibly can before we get shouted at by the missuses. So tonight's job really is just to get the heads built up, bit by bit, and hopefully I think on Sunday, I'm going to come in on Sunday and try and get the majority of the engine all built up, if not completely built up. And then all we've got to do is worry about getting my car into my granddad's garage and take the body off and get it stripped down, get the new one in. So, exciting times. Right, so these things I'm putting in here, or we're putting in here, are valve stem oil seals. So these things can leak. So obviously whilst the engine's in bits, you might as well put new ones in for the sake of it. For probably 15, 20 quid, something like that. They're not a lot of money at all. If you didn't and it started leaking for something so small and stupid, you'd kick yourself like, so better off just changing them. So a little bit of oil, just lube it up for when you're putting the valve in. Yeah, just in gear.
You can't come off the spring sits on them, but
So now that the valves are lapped and the head skimmed, it's finally time to get these valves in.
That's basically 2 heads built up, ready to take them next door and we can start building the engine up. Yeah, I'll show you them both done. We've got 2 heads done, one there, one there. We'll take them over to the workshop now and then we can start working on them. So basically now we've got all the heads done, we're just going to clean my pistons, take the rings off, ready for going back in. So basically what you're doing there is you get loads of carbon build up. This ring on this piston might have had a bit of a leak. So So it's got carbon in the bottom there, so clean it out so the new rings sit good. These going in the bath, these? Put them in the bath there and clean them up, or just scrape them? Yeah. Yeah, so once you've cleaned all the crap out of there, give them a rinse off.
Oops.
And repeat that 6 times.
That went well.
That fling everywhere, that then.
Yeah, proper broke there.
So, last piston to do, I've just gone through a start washing the other ones. Basically, you wouldn't want to put your new rings in and then all that crap's underneath your new rings, because then they just won't make a good seal at all. You're better off scraping it out, stick it in the parts bath and give them a quick wash with the brush and the soapy stuff. That's that done. Take that in there, go and wash it. Right, so tonight we're back on with this, building this engine up. Yesterday we got all my heads and valves, head skimmed and valves all set in. Just cleared a bit of space here and set everything out. I mean, it looks a bit of a mess, but we put sheets over everything to stop dust going in whilst we've not been here. All these, we cleaned them up the other night. Loads and loads of parts. New head gaskets, rubber kits and all kinds. That's a sump gasket, that. And just rigged the light up so we can see, because it's quite dark in this corner. It looks a mess, but it's organised chaos.
So next up, we're going to build up these piston and rings.
So basically what we did there with that last piston, whilst he was checking it in there, we thought it had spun a shell. He's checked it with a micrometer and it's not, it's sound, it's within tolerance, like, so I don't need to buy a new rod, which is a good thing. I'm just going to give my crank a bit of a wash before that goes in.
So now that we have our crank cleaned and our pistons built back up, it's time to start putting this engine back together.
Right, so we've just fitted the oil squirters in each side. As you can see, each cylinder's got its own little squirt at the endy bit. Just squirt to the bottom of the piston to keep it cool. Now I won't take all the glory for all this because I'm a bit baffled by it, but that the thrust washer, that, yeah. So if you remember when we were taking all this apart, they were missing, or one was missing, was it? One side was missing, and just, yeah, they've just been turned to pulp in the sump somewhere. The thing that makes it worse about doing a bit like this here now is the fact that we took this apart weeks and weeks ago. Trying to remember where stuff goes now is a bit of a nightmare. One for Matt Armstrong there, that if you ever get to watch it, you put that side, not the other side. Yeah. Be cool as that. You'd never know though, would you? Unless you message saying that was Eastad or whatever.
So we're going to start by putting the crank back in and bolting it down by securing the mains caps. Now you may remember, but we discovered that this crank had a bit of play in it called crank float. And now we have managed to get rid of some of that play, but there is still a little bit left. However, the play is not significant enough for this to be a problem, because fortunately this Range Rover is an automatic, which means it puts a lot less pressure on the flywheel and the crank. So we've luckily got away with this one. Next, we're going to put these pistons in. We use a piston and ring compression tool to help slide the pistons into the cylinders.
So basically that goes around there and it squashes all the rings and everything inside the grooves on the piston. When you put it on there you can knock them through, but
then we push the pistons down until the con rod is touching the crank, and then we'll secure them on by tightening up the big ends, which have been installed with fresh new bearings.
do we know what the torque settings for them are? Can't get them either. That's good, isn't it? Okay, no. So basically that's as much as we can do tonight with that. Gonna get Steve to check all these tomorrow because you can't get torque settings for these and for the bottom for your caps. Can't get them. Land Rover won't give you them. And they're not on auto data. So Steve's them on for that. So resume build tomorrow after Steve's messed with it. And we can get the heads on both sides, turn it upside down and put all the intermediate plate and the sump and all that back on. Right, so tonight, oh, is that fucking sideways? Right, so tonight the heads are going on. Head gasket, head.
Now, you don't have to glue on a head gasket, but when these engine builders say that they do it as a standard, it must be for good reason.
So basically at this point now, we've got both the heads on, both sides. We're just going to put my new oil pump on here before we put the intermediate plate on, and then obviously the sump goes on the bottom. With the intermediate plate, that thing down there, that sits past this a little bit to like here I think. So it's up a little bit, so I'm going to get that in there first, get that on. Don't even know what time it is, to be honest. It might be getting on a little bit. Dad's going fishing tomorrow, so we might end up doing them on Monday. Get all the cams in, get the rocker covers back on, and then that'll be done, and it'll literally be sat there ready to go in. Steve said I need a water pump because this one's been leaking, but apparently they're all crap now. They don't get, all the like remakes of them are just all shit. So I'm hoping my one on my engine is pretty good. Put that one on. If not, I'll be buying one, but you could just be buying crap because I don't know. I'm not sure. So we'll have to buy a water pump anyway. And then yeah, cams in, rockers on, and then my engine's pretty much built. Apart from putting like the flywheel on, underneath side, under there, sump on.
No ways that can be released.
Right, so when you're building the engines back up, good idea to squash the oil out the hydraulics. Just because if you don't, you can hold the valves open when you put your cameras back in, and you end up with a nightmare trying to get it to start. We're nearly there with it, to be honest. We've literally got this side, hydraulics, rocker arms and cams to go in. Tighten them all down, we'll torque all this side up, put the other rocker cover on this side. And then the engine's pretty much built up really. All the auxiliaries, like everything else that bumps to it, like me oil, bolts to it, like me oil pump, not oil pump, sorry, me oil cooler and oil filter housing, stuff like that. Alternator, turbo, all that type of stuff. I'm going to put that on the engine when we're in the next video when we're putting it on the truck in my granddad's garage. Just makes it easier for, there's a few bits that I need to take off my engine that's in the truck now to go on this engine, because there was a couple of bits that wasn't on this when we bought this engine. So yeah, a few more, well, say a few more hours, another hour or so really. We'll have that side built up. Well, that's if we can get this frigging time and tool thing to work. We'll have that side built up, and that'll be pretty much it for this engine. Built and nice and fresh, ready to go in my truck.
Right guys, we've got one final thing to do and then we're done with this one, and that's to set up the timing belts on this engine. So we've got our cams set up in place and we've installed 2 new tensioner bearings. So now all that's left is to map this belt out and we're good to go.
Right, so we had a little bit of a mare. We couldn't find the old tensioner for that. Basically, you don't get new bolts, which is friggin' beyond me, because it happened to me before with an old car, an Audi A4 years ago. And we done a cam belt on it, tensioner pulley, and you didn't get a new bolt with it, and I think I should have, they said. Anyway, because we put the old bolt in it, it snapped. Cam belt was mangled everything up, it was a nightmare. But anyway, we found the old tensioner. It was mixed in with all the wiring loom over there. It's just a jungled mess. So yeah, took the bolt out of it, put it in a new one. Cam belt on. We just need to torque them up. I think my dad said they were 80 Newton meters plus 90 degrees, but you can't get torque settings for the tensioner. He's just going to go and check on auto data now again just to make sure. And yeah, basically tighten them up there, engine built, get the engine cover on. Tomorrow we're going to take the Range Rover to my granddad's garage so we can put that in there, crack on with that, or be ready to crack on with that. Anyway, the day after that, we're going to come back here, get the engine, take the engine there, and when everything's there, we can start stripping it down. Hopefully, it shouldn't take too long to get this car back on the road because I'm sick of having no cars in my head. But yeah, very nearly there. But anyway, that's it. Engine built up. Just need to get the sun put on, and I can lie it down, stick it in the van, or lie it on the flywheel, stick it in the van. Everything's nice and clean. Just need a few bits off my engine to put on this engine when we get to the under garage. So I'll take whatever I need off my engine, put it on this, and that'll sort of complete this engine. Right guys, so we're a step closer. As you've just seen, the engine's all built up.
So we took the trailer around to Liam's, loaded it up and took it round to his granddad's garage, ready for the engine swap.
So in the next video, we'll have the engine out.
No, body off.
So in the next video, we'll have body off. Nah, this shit. Too much stuff to remember. So in the next video, we're gonna have body off, engine out, freshly built engine back in, and hopefully turn the key and drive it out of the garage.
Touch wood.
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be refurbing my Range Rover Today I'm going to be refurbing my Range Rover wheels. So I was going to get them acid dipped and then powder coated properly, but the more I look at them, the more battered they are, and I don't really want to spend the 300 quid on refurbing them. And I'm probably going to look for different wheels. They are really nice wheels, I do like them. Just how battered they are. One of them's got a weld in as well on the back, we seen Andy noticed before. So I don't really want to go mad spending loads of money on these wheels really. So I'm going to give them a quick refurb. A bit like what we did with John O's BM. Quick refurb myself, rattle can jobby.
Refurb your wheels on the driveway.
But yeah, how to refurb your wheels on the driveway, what it is. Literally just going to get rattle canned. As good as I can. These ones, they're just, someone needs to quit driving for the state of the wheels. All the way around the wheel is absolutely butchered. Same on that one, same on the other two. Unbelievable, and there's loads of corrosion as well. See, it's all just flaking off. They're just battered. They're just big chunks just missing out of them everywhere. So you'll never get them right without getting them welded and then re-ground and filed, and it probably would cost me about 500 quid to put them right after they've welded them all and filed them all and got them all nice and smooth again, then powder coated them obviously. It's just not worth it. So quick refurb, that's what they're getting. So we'll get the grinder out. This bit does look a bit aggressive. Yeah. And I'm not taking the tyres off, nothing like that, because it can't be arsed paying to get them balanced and all that crap, just to get them done as they are. It is what it is. Look at that. Wallop right across all that there. Absolutely flamwangoed. So yeah, this is a little bit aggressive. Your average wheel refurber mon probably wouldn't use this, but I'm not your average refurber.
Put your teeth back in.
I'm not your average wheel refurber mon. My truck, and I don't care. This is how they're going down.
Look at wheel refurbs going down everywhere.
Wheel refurbs everywhere. Anyway, here we go. To be honest, on this wheel, there's not that much damage to this tyre. Unless they were butchered this bad before this tyre got put on. Isn't that like orange and red file? Handled file?
Nay.
So after going over the rim with the flappy bazzy tool, next we'll go over it with the hand file, just to get rid of any of the remaining sharp edges.
So you can see the difference. Yeah, I'll show you on this one straight away so you can compare. This one here was what that one was like a minute ago. Literally exactly the same script, butchered all the way around. Just by grinding it, it's a lot better. It's not sharp anymore either, like that one is.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Terrible shame.
Next up, we're going to go over it with the hand bazzer.
So I've only got a little bit more scotching to do. Just get rid of the shiny bits. All inside them little cracks in there, the little grooves and everything. All inside the holes. And then that one's ready for primer. I'll jump on the other one as well. I've not done it, I've not touched that one yet. I have to get the grinder and baz all the edges back on that one. Just repeat what I've done here on that one. Should be sound. Funny because the other two were more curbed. This one and that one, apart from the edges being butchered like that, they've all got a bit of bubbling going on in the middle, where the paint started to bubble up. See it right in there. Proper crusty bubbly rims. Got a crusty bubbly rim, you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just in the baby with a carrot cake. What's this?
What have you got? That's it, making me cheat on my diet.
Thank you, Spud.
Where are you going?
Right, so now we've got all these wheels all sanded down, all the shiny bits are gone. So there's no more like shiny lacquer anywhere, so all the paint will stick. I'm going to tape this one up all the way around tyre and get some primer on it in bits where I've gone through to metal. See, like all these bits here, I'm not going to spend loads of time on these, getting them like perfect, just because I think it was these two that were the worst two, and they just need loads of welding and stuff anyway. So I'm going to try and find another 2 wheels the same, and then obviously when I've got 4 good wheels, I'll get them powder coated probably, to get them welded and built up and then sanded back down and made smooth and made all dead nice. So just, it cost me a fortune. I might as well just buy some that aren't battered. Ideally, if you had my own tyre machine, I'd pop the tyres off on these. Not even take the tyres off, just press the tyre off the bead. It'd be a lot nicer job. I mean, taking the tyre off would be pretty marvellous, but I'm not spending loads of time on them, to be honest. There we go, all taped up, ready for primer and paint. First, I'm just going to baz the other wheel back, dead quick first. Right, so we're just going to cover some bare metal bits and a bit of primer, and we can chuck a load of paint on.
Sticks that primer, doesn't it?
That's horrible. I don't know where we've bought this from. Yeah, so the reason for black primer, because that's what was in the cupboard.
And so while we've been doing these, one of the neighbours have come over and asked if we'll touch his wheels up for him.
Yeah.
So we got a job out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Not that we do jobs for public and all that.
The wheel's going to be black in a minute.
No. That looks ugly there, that.
Let's look at your crispy wheel. Nah, you can hardly tell on here, mate. Put your mask on. at these people. Look. Oh, just need to put it on my face now. Look at this. We're all safe.
Yeah. Right, so wheels are all in primer. I've only primed the bits that I've rubbed through to the metal. Just going to get some paint on them.
And so that's that one painted. Looking a lot better. On camera, they look really good.
Yeah.
Here's the second one. So I've primed up on this. Ooh. I think once these are lacquered and they're on, they're never going to be perfect, but they're going to be 100 times better than they were.
Oh yeah.
They just look like silver wheels. Look good on camera.
So there we go. They're all 4 wheels painted.
Just a spot of lacquer in there. That's the next stage. Where's your lacquer?
And for the ones that didn't like us not wearing masks for 2K, there we go.
Safety conscious and all that.
Trying to keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
It's hard to keep everyone happy, but it's easy to piss everyone off.
oh yeah,
Mad.
dead easy. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the best they're getting. I'm not spending loads of time on them because I don't like these two on the ramps here. Them two are alright over there, these two are just terrible. So yeah, I think I'm going to try and buy either another set of them or just try and find 2 and I'll just put these tyres on the 2. And this is the best I'm getting without spending loads of money really. So
yeah. You'd have definitely been into over 5 ton with welding them up.
Oh, 100%.
You'd have to put them on a lathe, lay them down, do you know what I mean? So yeah, so it was the cheaper option.
Yeah.
So you've been on your holiday and then, you know, sort it from there.
Yeah.
They won't be staying like that, will they?
No, not at all. Definitely be getting changed. So now it's time to get lacquering. Now we are using 2K lacquer, so Buddy's got his mask on.
Look at this.
I got mine on.
Yeah. And Liam's recruited me so I can actually do a bit on the video. Right, that's how shiny we can make them.
And the idea behind Andy with the torch there, it just helps see where the lacquer's been and needs to go.
Yeah, you get some dry spots. Look crap.
I love a bit of shottage like that, won't it?
Oh, you'll be creamy there now. You like that, Jono? You like it? Yeah, right. As good as it's getting. Yeah. Lift it off there now.
So there they are, just put the centre caps back in. Now, it is only a quick and easy dead cheap fix this because I'm still not happy with 2 of the wheels. I'm going to buy 2 more wheels. Just 2 are in really quite good condition for powder coating standards, 2 aren't. So I'm going to try and find another 2 and eventually somewhere down the line I'm going to get them all powder coated, but just so they're looking good for holiday, so they're nice on the truck. That's how they're staying.
That's perfectly acceptable then.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean? You look at them when they're on the car and when they've got a little bit of brake dust on, you won't even see it.
No.
They'll just look like a tidy silver rim. Bits like that, they give it away, but
yeah.
It's fine, yeah. Potato, all that
shit. Right guys, welcome back to the channel.
In today's episode, I'm going to be putting my refurbed engine back in my £1,000 Range Rover Sport. Go on. Oh.
Right, go.
What?
That's not going to start, yeah.
It is going to start.
It is.
It is.
So the big day's arrived, hasn't it, Lee?
Yeah. Getting the Range Rover on the trailer.
Yeah.
My Range Rover, not Matt's Range Rover.
A lot of yous have been waiting for this, and the engine is starting to come together now, so we want to load the Range Rover up on the trailer in Liam's. We're going to get ready to get it to his granddad's garage. This is where the job's going to be done, because he's got a 2-poster ramp.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get up there.
So first off, we're just going to go to my house to pick up the Range Rover. We're only going to put the Range Rover on the trailer tonight, and my dad's going to tow it up in the morning for me.
Tongue out and everything.
Suck your slobber up, look. Yeah, go forward a bit. Go on, you passed it.
Got some slick ass reversing going on here. We actually went out and bought ourselves a cheap winch. It only cost us 160 quid, and we weren't sure if it would pull the Range Rover up, as it's dead weight at 2.7 tonne. So this will be the test of whether it works good or not.
There we are. I'm going to attempt to winch this on now with the new winch. Just pulling the trailer back, the thing back. Pull the handbrake on tighter, hadn't I? There we go. Here's the test. Not bad that, because that's a tank, that thing.
So that's a win. To our surprise, the baby winch actually worked. So it's the next day. My dad's collected the car for me, and I'm going to tow it up to my granddad's. So after getting to my granddad's garage with the car, with a bit of technical reversing, we managed to get it in, as there was a parked car park right in front of a no parking sign. The granddad's put a sign there, says 24-hour access and no parking. And this will friggin' whopper decides to park here. The reason why we put this curb like that there was for bringing cars around, and then you could cut the corner tight there. If either of them reverse back, 2 meters, we're doing fine. So the problem with this build is the fact that we could only do it over several days, spending an hour or two each night after we'd both finished work. So you may notice days chop and change to whether it's light, dark or bloody raining. So we're just going to jack the car up, get it on axle stands, as my granddad's ramp won't pick the car up completely because it'll only pick up a 2-tonne car, and the car weighs more than 2.5 tonne. Right, so my dad's been in before I've got here. To get the parts of the body off, you've got to take all your wheel arch liners out. Wheels off, wheel arch liners out. There's a couple of bits to unclip. Pipes for the airbags and stuff like that. On all 4 corners, that side, this side. And then undo your brake pipes, because obviously they come to your brakes and they're fastened to the body. So we've just put like a little rubber bung over them there to stop them leaking. Otherwise there'd be fluid everywhere. Just found a couple of nuts there. Someone's obviously dropped there on a previous job. Couldn't find them and sat in the...
There's a bulb there as well. See that big bulb?
Where was that behind there?
Yeah, but actually you're on the edge when I pulled it off.
So before we lift the body off the chassis, you've got to take the front and rear bumper off, disconnect all the wiring from the body to the engine, and we should be able to undo the bolts and lift the body up. Right, so now we've got brakes undone all the way around, front bumpers off, rear bumpers off. Show you. You've got these big plugs that you have to undo there underneath the back passenger side. Brake pipes are off, all 4 corners. All the arch liners out. On this side we've got the fuel filler neck, has to come off. I've just done that now. There's a little 8mm right at the top there that you wind out, and that's loose. That's everything we've got on the back side really. Pretty much unplugged. When we start lifting the car up, we'll just run around and check that quick, make sure we've got everything so we don't snap something or yank something clean off. But yeah. So basically when you've got everything unplugged as far as we know, Dad's done his years ago, but you can't remember half of it probably. You basically got to take all your fan out, all your shroud out around your fan, a couple of other little bits to make it easier. Aircon pipes, now there was no aircon in this because there's a hole in the aircon rod, so it was safe to take off. We didn't have to get it degassed, so we already knew it had lost its aircon. That's it, under your wiring looms. Brake pipes, wheel arch liners. There's a clip on the top of there for that pipe, and on the other side there's a black pipe there for the airbags. Just unclip them under your brakes on all four corners. Front and rear bumper off. And then you're probably about right for undoing the body mounts, which is what he's doing now, screaming his head off under there. And just lift up. Obviously, as you lift up, just try and be gentle as possible and keep an eye on everything, make sure you're not ripping nothing off. But the conclusion we've come to with this engine is already, Dad reckons the turbo's picked up on oil and basically kettled the turbo, kettled the engine. The rads have got holes in, there's no water in it at all anywhere, and there's oil everywhere. So that's his theory on it, without actually looking. You've got 5 body mounts. You've got one just here on the front corner, one here, one under the doors in the middle, one just past the rear doors, and one at the back. It's like a body mount every metre. Go on. Go. Go. Yeah, left, innit? Come on. Just as you say. As you may have seen in the last video with Dan's Mercedes Vito, has been in a heavy crash. So we're going to plug OBD11 into Dan's Vito and see how many fault codes we've got.
Right, so all you've got to do is plug this in the OBD2 port, switch your ignition on, hit connect, and then it'll say select device, so you'll click that. Right, so all you've got to do is hit tap to scan, and it'll go through all the separate diagnostic modules, and it'll tell you how many fault codes you've got. Right, so if you've ever got a fault code on, this is a great little way to scan and find out the problem without having to send it to a garage. And by doing this, you could save yourself a few quid. So now it's showing up 5 faults found, so we'll click that, and we've got a mass airflow fault, intake air temperature. I mean, it has been smashed, so it's going to have some. I thought it'd have more, to be honest.
To be honest, yeah, I thought it'd have a lot more.
Turbocharger, supercharger, inlet pressure. So this is all to do with air on the intake side. Pump A control circuit low. Don't know what that is, and a network error. That's not so many, that. So there we go. OBD11 saved us about 70 quid in garage fees in having it diagnosed, so massive thanks to them. So OBD11 also offers a one-click app function where you can customise features on your car.
And depending on your car, you can also do needle sweep. You can add a beep when you lock your car so you know it's locked whilst you're walking away. And you can also do rear reverse folding mirrors.
So go and grab yourselves one and you'll thank us later.
And if you want to save even more money, you can use code TVR at checkout to save yourselves an extra 10% off. Or you can scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the description below. So my fully refurbished engine's just arrived at the garage. So before we can get on with taking the other engine out the car, we're going to get this out the van, set it on the floor so it's nice and sturdy and safe, and get on with taking the other engine out so we can strip it down. So basically today, we're going to be getting the old engine out of there, sitting it side by side with this one, and just swap everything off that one onto this one, like the wiring loom, stuff like that. Yeah, the gearbox is friggin' doozy, like.
How much bigger than Mercedes? They're stupidly big.
A Mercedes? Do you know what? It must be you, that. You come out with some daft words on here, and people have mentioned it, like. I think I'm saying stupid words. Mercedes. Well, yeah, that's the plan. Get that out of there. Got a nice little something to show you on that as well. Ew. It's not good. So to get the engine off the chassis, You just got to undo all the gearbox bolts, and it's literally just 2 nuts and the engine will lift off the engine mounts. And when I first went to buy this Range Rover, we suspected that the diesel pump belt had snapped, which is the belt that you can see on the back of the engine here. But as you can see now, it's intact and we were wrong. So it's still a bit of a mystery as to what is actually wrong with this engine, but hopefully we'll soon find out the more we strip it out. So that pipe there runs over that. We think it's meant to have a clip, so this pipe here goes in there. It looks like it should have a clip around that holds that pipe up. Anyway.
Have a look on mine.
It hasn't.
See what how mine's over.
Yeah. It hasn't, and it's rubbed through there. Melted a decent sized hole. So we're saying it's pissed all its gubbins out. And obviously when the lad's been driving it, it's just run dead hot and just seized itself. So now that the engine's unbolted from the chassis, we can then pick it up with the engine hoist, but we have to do this really slowly as to make sure we don't break or snap any plugs or ruin any pipes. So once we lifted the engine off the chassis and it was swinging around in the air, we actually noticed there's a massive hole in the side of the block, which is probably part of the reason why the engine locked up on us a few videos ago when we were trying to start it. Let me just get a shot of this whilst. Nice lovely hole. That bit there smashed out of there somehow. So it's another new day. We're going to get all the auxiliaries off the old engine, put them onto the new engine so it's ready for going back into the car. Engine's out, just need to get all the bits off that engine, put it on that engine, put that engine back in the car. Simple. So now that we build the engine up as much as we can before putting in the hole, the next step is we're just going to turn the engine over off the starter from a battery. So basically we're just turning the engine over to create oil pressure in the engine, just so, there we go, we've got oil coming out in the turbo. Just so we know it's building pressure before we put it back in the truck and realise it's not.
Why did it go faster today?
So it's a new day, it's a new task. We're going to get this engine back in the hole, but first we're going to get the gearbox serviced and then we can drop the engine back in the hole. So now that we've got the engine back on its engine mounts, sat on the chassis, we can move the engine crane out the way and bolt everything back up. Right, so we just had a mission getting the torque converter tightened up. You basically got to do it through that little tiny hole down there. Get one lined up with a screwy, get one bolt in and then turn it with a crank, get the rest of your bolts in. Sounds easier than it is. I think we just got one more bolt to put in and that's all boxed off. Gearbox has been done, just got to put the oil in. But to get it in I need like a little squirty bottle with a side like a mad funnel to get in there, otherwise it'll just piss out everywhere.
What did you do with that wobbly bob?
Pull. Yeah. One new radiator. Nice and fresh. The other ones actually fell apart here, look. That's that one. It's just snapped in. Basically had far too much pressure in it and they blew the car up basically. Kettled it. Like that. My air conditioning rad's not brilliant, but we'll only find out if that leaks once it's back in the car. But I'm not too fussed about that. The car will work without it. But everything else is pretty much done. I'm just waiting on one more injector because it turned out all my injectors were knackered. So I've had to buy 6 injectors. They're like 300 quid-ish each, and they're 550 quid from Land Rover. So it'd have been like 3 grand I'd have had to have spent on injectors for this, which I wasn't going to do. So I ended up buying 6 off eBay. He said they were all tested, they were all fine. But one of them was knackered, so 5 out of 6 work. It was 240 quid for the 6 of them it was. So I'm just sending him a message to send one back because it doesn't work. So I've got 5 good ones in there. I just need to buy 1 new one, I think. So it's going to cost me 300 quid for 1 injector. But then everything to do with the engine and all that's spot on and working now. So we should be good to go with that. We just got to get the radiator pack in, plumb all the pipes in, get some water in it, wait for the new injector to come, and then we can bring the body down. And we're only going to plug the looms in. We're not going to fasten all the body down and just see if we can get it running before we plug everything in, or before we bolt the car back down, say. Because I've had enough of spending money now. I don't think I've spent that much. I think I've spent probably what it is to buy one running in this age, this mileage. It probably owes me what it costs to buy one running. But I've got a fully that's hard to say. I've got a fully rebuilt engine, and there's just loads of trust gone into this now. So I'll trust this engine more than one that you don't really know about, because you've spent that much time with it. We put that many brand new parts in it. It's freshly rebuilt. It should be good to go for friggin' years and years. This thing probably do another 160 mile. And like, I service my cars like every 4 or 5 thou, so it'll last forever, this thing, as long as I've got it anyway. So
Right guys, so we're nearly ready for the much awaited moment where we can give this engine a crank and see if it turns over. But before we can get there, the first thing we need to do is get the body back on the car, connect everything up, and then it's time.
Alright, so we just put last injector in, plug everything in, get the battery connected and see if it'll go.
Okay, so this is it now. This is the moment we find out, will this engine crank, or has Liam and his family wasted the last 2 months rebuilding a dud engine? So cross your fingers and cross your toes, and give the video a like.
What? It is going to start. It is.
Been there, done.
That won't matter, that not being tight there, will it?
Attempt number 2, here we go.
Got ready?
Come on. Hang on. Come on. Not like it, is it?
Why don't we keep running?
Obviously not getting fuel for some reason. See, it could be that fuel pump, we don't know.
That what?
Fuel pump.
Okay now.
Yeah.
But there's fuel there, so if there's fuel there, it should be letting it through, shouldn't it?
Now, it wouldn't start like that if it was short of fuel, would it?
Well, it's not running on fuel, it's running on sniff.
So while getting the engine running like that was obviously somewhat of a win, it wasn't running on its own 2 legs. Liam's dad was having to assist it with the use of brake fluid. And the guys would try to figure it out for the rest of the day, but they couldn't hack it, and sadly they had to go home that evening without it running right and leave it for another day. Meaning, after all that, Liam still doesn't know if his car is ever going to be running again. So the next day, myself, Liam and Andy would head on down to go meet up with Joe from Shifting Metal to go pick up 2 of his projects for him. And when we were on our way back, Liam's dad had been attempting to start the engine, and he sent us this video.
So basically, because my dad's in the garage sorting the bits out on the Range Rover for me. So last night we couldn't get it to run because I need a fuel pressure sensor. And I've got a spare one, but we never had the right size spanner. So anyway, we've gone to work, brought some tools home, and gone back tonight to swap it out. So I'm hoping this is a video, because it's not like that, of it starting and running.
But
Ideally, I would have liked to have been there, but you know,
yeah,
collaboration's got in the way and all that.
so you don't know what you're about to open.
No, this could be.
knocking it.
Well, we've had it turned over
Yeah.
on
started.
we had it running on smack, so
Alright.
Okay. Alright, well, good luck, mate.
yeah, just gotta open those. Standing around there and nothing.
Alright.
Ah, lovely.
Big smiles, Marco.
Big smiles, Marco. So it runs on its own steam there now.
Okay.
Sign that.
That's good, man. It's been a long time coming now.
Oh yeah, I can forget about that now.
Yeah.
So basically now, yeah, we can go. I'll go there tomorrow. I'll just start it myself because I want to start it myself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and then obviously get all my wheels back on.
Finish it all up.
Right, so I know I got started last night, but I want to start it myself just for f***ing gigs because I've been waiting for ages. So I'll give it a go.
Make sure not in the iron gone.
Yeah, we were messing with them pipes, haven't we? Chance. Right, so give it a go.
Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, it does actually sound sweet, doesn't it? On the video yesterday, it's a little tiny bit knocky on the video. It might just be Richard's camera though. Oh. Not bad at that. We still need to do that gearbox as well, don't we? The rest of the gearbox oil. So yeah, we're pretty much back together here now. All the bumpers back on. Just got grille headlights to go in, and then a couple of covers under the bonnet, and then that's done. Need to get one of these because it looks terrible like that. It's missing the cover off the top. That's off that side, Dad. Right, so absolutely made up the car runs. It's been a bit of a long time coming, but you've just got to be patient with stuff like this. Now that we've got the truck running, I'll probably only do one more video on this because that's all we've got time for today in this video. And it'll be literally just put the wheels on, wire the tow electrics in, and then obviously I'll give it my first wash, first clean, because I've not even done that yet since I got the car. And then I might do a bit of a test drive, see what it's like. Like you say, I've never even driven it, so I've not seen the boat.
You don't have to be in the boat. So do you know when they pull the step up?
Yeah.
I can make a bigger door for the toilet.
Ah, right.
And then shut the door, then drop the steps back down. It's not rocket science. You've been to the moon and back, you know.
Take the f***ing door off. Your boat's in it, you've not got anyone else here. Just the door open.
Yeah.
You. Ready? Right, so I've just pulled it out of the garage. Time to take it for MOT. Do they have any tint spray?
Nope. But lens tint remover.
That's not good, is it?
Nope. The opposite to what we want.
Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, today is the finale of the Range Rover series.
£1,000 Range Rover.
Yeah, £1,000 Range Rover series.
It's not £1,000 no more though.
No. We did buy this as a cheap Range Rover and we were hoping for it to be a really cheap fix, but
yeah,
it didn't turn out that way. It ended up being...
I was hoping it was the diesel belt, didn't we?
Yeah, that basically had a hole in the side of the engine, so... Yeah. Everything got worse from start to finish, basically.
Yeah.
Other than finding a second-hand engine cheap.
Yeah.
Quick little price breakdown. So I bought the second-hand engine for 300 quid off the fella that my dad works with. I've spent about £900 on engine parts and a few other little bits. Spent about 250 quid on injectors and then probably another, say, 60 quid getting them tested. And then I've spent 300 quid on a new turbo. So all in all, it probably owes me 2.7, 2.8, something like that. So it is worth doing, and the peace of mind of having a fresh engine, fresh turbo, and everything's been cleaned out. It's got all new water everywhere, new oils everywhere, gearbox has been done. It's basically a sick-ass towing machine now, isn't it?
Yeah, and we've had a look online as well, and they're going from anywhere from £3,000 to £4.5 grand-ish with similar miles, and that's not with the fresh engine.
Yeah.
So we're still under what it costs to buy one, and like you say, you've got peace of mind now. So we just need to put a few miles on it. We're going to take it straight for MOT now, so it's already booked in. Just going to give it a quick run on the way down there, make sure it's all right.
To be honest, I don't even know if it goes into gear.
Yeah, well, you know, you've drove it to here.
Well, yeah.
Out the garage, but that is it. That's all it's drove, so
I've not done much braking.
We're hoping it's going to work and go through all the gears, otherwise we're going to have to cancel the MOT.
Exactly. I've not even been in second gear or nothing, so
right, yeah.
We'll get going, we'll take it for MOT.
It cracks straight up now though, it's lovely.
Yeah, it starts.
Engine, spot on.
Flick of the key and it's going like.
Yeah. So, let's take it for its maiden voyage.
Yes.
Let's see what it's like. And touch wood, we're fine, it goes through gears.
Your
touch me, yeah? That's a good start. It's moving. A good start. It moved.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's not clunking or nothing. There's no. Jesus, I always forget them.
Yeah, we do.
Right.
Need some juice though. I had half a tank of juice when I bought this. We had a serious diesel leak when we were putting it back together, and it's basically used half a tank of juice.
Was it?
Yeah.
Sounds alright, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds sweet.
We're going through all the gears. Slow down, it looks dead fast on this camera. Right, so, verdict seems alright up to now. I know we've only done 200 yards, like, but it's going through all gears. It's not clunking, it's not juddering. It's feeling alright at the minute.
To be honest, I thought it'd feel a little bit rough as well, being on 22-inch wheels.
And with it being sat up, you'd think it'd have rusty discs and all that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
No one likes a rusty disc.
Nope. Is that third? Fourth?
It's woe stings.
It is one.
There you go.
Fifth. Yeah. There you go. Goes into all 5 gears.
That seems sweet, man. Let's go and drag a car somewhere now.
MOT station.
Hey.
Well, yeah, as far as it goes, feels good.
Yeah.
Steering feels good. It's not wobbly. It's all nice and comfy, to be honest. And like you say there, considering it's been sat up for a bit, the brakes work quite well.
Yeah. Must have been shielded where it was from all the rain.
The only downside to it is when I bought it, not to slag the fella off, I bought it off.
Yeah.
He did tell me, the fella that come out to diagnose it, said it only had low fuel pressure.
I mean,
I think that was a bit of a lie, because even when we got it off the trailer, it was leaking oil out everywhere.
Yeah.
So for him to not...
He's told a little porcupine.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely
that buses for sale. Should we buy that?
So yeah, I think he's definitely told a bit of a white lie about how bad it was. He might not have done, he might just not know, but that's my personal preference.
Well, knowing what we know now, got a hole in the engine, all the injectors were knackered.
And the hole in that radiator pipe.
Yeah, so the water's gone, there's a hole in the engine and all the injectors. It must have revved its knackers off or done something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So it's just started raining.
That's a black Range Rover there.
Yeah, it's on the Range Rover.
Right, anyway. We'll be back in a minute when it's been MOT'd.
Yeah. Right, so before we carry on with today's video, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to today's sponsor, OBD11. OBD11 is a great little tool to have.
It's like a little diagnostic tool that'll fit in your pocket.
So it's fully licensed with car factories, smart advanced diagnostics and customization tools.
So it's got official licenses for the VAG, BMW and the Toyota and Lexus groups. It means you've got maximum safety and full support from the factories for the latest updates.
It's not just a gadget, it's your ticket to unlocking your car's full potential.
With OBD2 functionality, basic diagnostics, engine insights and gearbox tweaks, OBD11's got your back.
So OBD11 is created and made in Europe, so you know you're in safe hands. So we wanted to plug our OBD11 reader into this BMW E90, but as we know, it only supports 2008 and newer. So I'm going to show you what it does on a couple of other cars.
So on this A5, we were able to put a G-meter and a lap timer on the dash, which is cool if you want to take your car to the track.
So we also put the Seat Leon on a Diagnostics and found out an over-revving engine fault. So with the one-click app, we were able to fit him a speed warning indicator on his dash, just to remind him when he's being silly. So we've also fitted them with the US-style turn lights. It leaves the indicators on and it looks pretty cool. And lastly, with my personal car, this Audi A4, I turned off stop-start as it can ruin my starter motor. And I also added the needle sweep, so every time I put the ignition on, my needles go.
So for other brands newer than 2008, it'll do your basic OBD2 diagnostics on your engine, emissions and automatic gearboxes.
So So once again, I want to say a massive thank you to OBD11 for continuing to sponsor us and helping us through our YouTube career. We appreciate it a lot.
Right, so there's MOT done. Passed with flying colours.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
Yeah. Even,
to be honest.
we know it's had the brake pipes done on this as well, because when we were in the garage doing the work, my dad noticed it had already had brake pipes done.
Yeah.
Because they're not steel anymore, they're now copper.
Yeah.
So Andy in the MOT station there was made up with it, because he's got one of these and his is friggin', he's got to do all his brake lines and stuff like that, so he's not looking forward to that.
The body off job to do brake lines there, or can you get to them?
No, body off jobby. You've got to take a body off on these to take your inlet pipe off to your turbo. Nightmare of a job.
Smash it off, put a silicone one on. That's the way around that. Right, so we're going to take it for a spin now, because we've literally... go easy.
That's the first little boost it's had that.
So yeah, we're going to take it for a spin now, make sure get it up proper up to temperature. It's been run in the garage up to temperature.
Yeah, but we've not had boost.
But now, yeah, we're going to give it a proper drive. Now it's MOT'd, and see how she does. You know, I'm going to get some final shots for you. Oh, sorry, we're going to give it a wash, aren't we?
Oh yeah, in fact, yeah, we'll take it for a wash first.
Haste.
What was that?
Bentley. Yeah, so we're going to go and give it a wash, and then we'll take it for a drive. And then...
yeah, just so we're driving around a bit cleaner than it is, because minging.
Minging.
Right guys, so the Range Rover's finally done, and I've just got it back to the unit now from my granddad's, and it's absolutely minging. I mean, since I got it machine polished last time, it was frigging absolutely gleaming when you finished with it. Now it's been in the garage for probably a month or so, it's disgusting like, so. It's something I've not even done with this yet. I've not even washed it before, I've not even, you know, hoovered it or not, and so we're going to get on with that today. I'll do a little bit of a road test in it and see what it's like, because I've literally just brought it straight from the garage to here, and yeah. I'm made up it's done now, because it took so many nights and days off me, overnight after work and stuff like that. It's just took its time really, and I mean, you can't rush stuff like this because it's friends and family that are helping me, and so I wasn't going to be on anyone's case about it. But yeah, it's done. And hopefully, well, to be honest, I've got to put some serious miles on it. So I'll probably do 300 or 400 miles, then I'll have to drop the oil again on it, just because it'll have run itself in then, and it's just better to do that. Once I've done that, I'm going to put some serious miles on it, because as you know, we're going to Wheels Up North. So we'll get that up there, and then I go away next month, and that's probably going to be a 1,000-mile round trip. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it smashes its head in, and it treats me well, like, because there's a lot of miles to do in this thing in the next month or two. So we'll get it washed anyway. I'll show you what she cleans up like. That's about it on the interior really, that. Gotta give all the plastic a bit of a quick dust down, because I think I wiped all the plastic last time, but it's just got dusty from sitting in the garage. It's a shame about my dash. The sun wrecks it through the windscreen. Oh well.
Right, so that's it. We've put how many miles? 20 miles-ish on the car.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's got it nice and warm. Nothing's overheating. It's all changing gears. Everything seems to be fine. So we're going to get it back to the yard now. Just check all the levels, make sure nothing's dropped. But yeah, I think it's a good one.
Yeah, right. Sweet, like.
Yeah, surprised.
I think if something was, if something was to happen, like, I don't know, boost pipe pop off, or
it'd have happened by now.
Yeah, it'd have happened by now under pressure, or even have a water leak, it'd definitely happen by now.
Yeah, or overheated, or like jumped out of gear or whatever.
And
so
to be honest as well, I can't really smell diesel now, because we did have a diesel leak in the garage.
Yeah.
Because we used half a tank of juice.
But you know, I think that's gone. So even doing the 20 odd miles there,
Burnt
all the excess off that we did. That spilled out everywhere. But yeah,
seems like a good one, doesn't it?
Yeah, we'll get back and we'll check everything.
Yeah, time to put a few hundred miles on it before you go and tow your caravan to Land's End or wherever it is.
Honest, I've got a friggin' tow Matt's Range Rover up there, wheels up north first.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's probably only, what, 100 mile?
Yeah, but if you break down there, it's not so bad.
No.
You break down
300 mile away.
Bottom of England, then I am not coming for you. Not in that D-Max. Oh, imagine that.
Buy another tow, like.
Yeah. Right, anyway, we'll get back to the garage, check the levels, and I reckon we'll sound.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right, so we'll just check levels. It is going to be hot now, that though.
There you go. Tell you what, won't have a brew, I'll come back in 10.
Oh, we'll just crack it slow.
Oh yeah, man.
Lid's still on it.
You're crazy, mate.
Yeah. Doing the street, we're doing you go, whoa, take it all the way off.
Check it off. We've got a little whiff of diesel in. Well, we are under the bonnet. No oil in it? No joking. That's how you do that.
Yep.
Don't mess it about. Get the cloth from my ass.
It's halfway up the stick, innit? But yeah. Maybe just might do it a little bit in it, but I have only just turned it off, so it is going to be everywhere.
Yeah. Perfectly acceptable. Whoa. Oh.
Still too high, that though. It's meant to be on that line there, the bottom. Like you say, I might have a slight airlock somewhere. Yeah, I think them, like you say, them bloody vacuum things for putting water back in cars is the way forward, isn't it? Just because it stops this.
Yeah.
Because I'll probably have to do this 2 or 3 times before it's right.
Yeah.
Pain in the friggin' ass. Anyway, it's all sound. It doesn't overheat or nothing like that. We've still got oil, still got water. Yeah, and it doesn't smell of diesel anymore. No. Which it did. We did friggin' squirted diesel out everywhere, so I think we're pretty good with the diesel smell now.
Basically, it was put some miles in it.
Yeah, it just needs miles going on it now. So yeah, that'd be it.
Aye, that's one Range Rover, rebuilt, MOT'd, washed, and back on the road. Right, so if you've liked the whole series of Liam's £1,000 Range Rover, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Literally dumped the 2 litres of oil on the floor. It's just Range Rovers, they're a friggin' nightmare. Don't buy one. Right, major disaster. Went on holiday last week. Basically, Range Rover's absolutely pooed its pants. Now, I don't really know what's happened. That's the idea of today's video, really. But I do know, and it spat all its oil out when it pulled up in the services. The amount of oil that leaked out the engine when I turned it over at the services was horrendous. Basically, I got to the services, checked the oil, because the oil light come on and stayed on when I stopped. There was no oil in it. It cost me 40 quid for 2 litres of oil. Put it in, started the car, turned it off straight away, looked under the front of the car, and it had literally dumped the 2 litres of oil on the floor, all over the car park. Now, I spoke to a lad at work, and apparently these are common for the oil seal on the oil filter failing. So, I'm just going to have a quick look at that, because I've not even looked at it yet. I literally just got recovered. 350 quid to get recovered off the M5. My own fault for not having breakdown really, but I've never had breakdown, so I'm still quids in because this is the first time I've ever been recovered in like 15 years of driving. Now down there is bone dry with oil, so that's not the problem. Oh no, it's not bone dry with oil. It has got oil everywhere there. There's a good chance that might be the issue. But I did have a little oil leak anyway, down at the bottom of the engine where the oil pump is. It's just Range Rovers, they're a friggin' nightmare. Don't buy one.
So plan for today really is I'm going to strip the front of the car off and just see where all this oil's coming out from, if I can. I'll take the oil cap off there first to make sure it's not that rubber. If it's not that rubber, it's buried down the bottom of there somewhere. Let's get some parts off. We've only been gone 10 minutes. Bye. Just come on, stand up.
You've got a hose here.
Oh shit. So I've left my extension alone for the gun, so I'm going to have to do it now manually. Crash bar off, I'm back. So now we can see there we've got headlights, grille, bumper, crash bar off. I just need to get rid of all my water and then take all the scuttle panel off with my rad. I'm sure that my rads and everything come out. There's one thing. We'll find out in a minute. So we've just had a massive argument trying to get the viscous fan off because they're an arsehole on every car really. Beating it with the hammer and chisel and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, looked at a quick video on YouTube of easy hacks to get it off without having the actual proper tool to get it off. Some fella come up with a shout there about ratchet strapping around the pulley to your wheel. Just to hold it still a little bit. We still had to jam the screw in, but anyway, it's free, it's spinning off. So now I can get the fan off. I can take all this plastic surround out here, drain the rest of the radiator and lift the radiator out. So we've only spent about an hour trying to get this frigging thing off. Good, you can take that. I'm going to take that. Get that out of there. Loads of space. To be fair, don't really need the rad off, to be honest.
Have you not allowed to unscrew it off?
No, well, only from the top. So I just took the auxiliary belt guide off. Bearing in mind that only goes through where my cam belt is and it's sopping in oil. And it shouldn't be, because this is not a wet belt. I could put it back on, it'd probably be fine. But then do you put it back on, it snaps in 1,000 miles? Because the carbon in the oil.
Oh.
So I've got a few more bolts to take out the cover. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Loads of oil in there. Anyway, there's loads of oil. It's defo that friggin' oil pump. The bottom of the car's literally, the whole bottom of the car is literally full of oil. So it's been leaking when I've been driving. Look at this.
Don't lie.
Oh, no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Right, so that there has had all kinds of oil in it. There's a little puddle there and there's a little drain hole there right at the very bottom.
That's good though. Surely to have a drain hole.
It is, yeah,
Can't stick
because,
in it, can it?
well,
It'll drain out.
it just lets you know you've got an oil leak, to be honest.
I suppose.
So we've got all kinds stripped off the bottom of here now. It's quite hard to see where oil's actually pissing out from because, well, there's just oil everywhere. But I was looking at that there then with the fault with the oil filter. But I'm just questioning how much oil did actually come out, because there was a lot that come out. Would it get up to the oil filter when starting the car? Run through all that down and then out on the floor by the time I turned it off and got to the front of the car to have a look. I don't know. I don't know how likely that is, but I feel like I might have two issues here. In my head, I'm sort of just playing with the fact that I don't want it to be the oil pump because it's a lot of work to get off. And I don't want to spend any more money on it to sell it. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing to. I don't know. If I get it working, I'm going to have to put oil in it anyway, so I might as well chuck a filter on just in case it is that rubber on this that's leaking.
It looks like a lot of oil sitting around that.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
I'm going with that being knackered as well. I'm going to put another filter and another rubber on there. But for now, because I haven't got anything, I'm just going to put it back in the hole with no filter on. So yeah, find out where the timing marks are, time the engine up, take the belt off, take the oil pump off. I think the oil pump's fine because it's an oil leak I've got, it's not oil pressure. The pump is pumping, it's a brand new pump. When we rebuilt the engine, put a brand new pump on. So, probably going to use that pump, but put a loads of yakking around it and stick it on rather than just relying on the gasket they give you. I think it's the best bet, like. So, we'll be back to yours when we get the belt off. So, the issue I've now got, I've got everything timed up. Pins are in, I say pins are in, drill bits are in. I've marked the crank at the bottom there. Now, I couldn't remember if it was on a keyway that or not. Spoke to Steve work, he said no, it's freewheeling, so I can undo that and the crank still could turn and go out of time. So I was trying to avoid basically taking the starter motor out and locking it up from the flywheel side, which is an absolute mission of a job to do here without having the ramp. But it's looking like I'm going to have to do that. So, currently, got the jack under it. I'm going to jack it up, put it on axle stands, lift it up so we can get under it, try and get the starter motor out, and try and lock the flywheel up so the crank can't move. Then I can take off this big nut here, take the cam belt off, take that gear off, and I just, out of curiosity, before I took everything apart, started it the way it is now. I basically took a quick video on my phone in case I missed where the oil was coming out before I turned it off. Turns out you couldn't miss it. It's literally the seal that's behind there has failed, and I cleaned all this before. I literally just gushed another 2 litres of oil out. Go on. Turn it off. Spat f***ing gear oil and everything everywhere. Well, I found the leak anyway. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Where's it leaking from?
What my dad said.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So it's leaking out of there, the seal behind that. Literally just chugged it out everywhere. Look at all that gear oil. So that's defo the issue. There's a good chance that that might have been my little oil leak I've been having for a couple of months. Tiny oil leak really. And then eventually it's just packed in the day I want to go on Aldi, which is random enough, like, but you know. So, that's what we're going to do. Get on axle stands and we can strip everything down properly. Whoa. Now I've got a line all that fucking on it. So there's literally just absolutely oil everywhere, spread all the way down the length of the car, and I need to get under there, so about here somewhere. Is it? No, it might be through that gap there. It's going to be an absolute nightmare to take the starter motor off and then lock the flywheel up through the starter motor hole. But I want to come back to you when I've done that, because it's going to be a process and a pain in the ass.
I want to say a big thanks to OBD11 for sponsoring today's video.
OBD11 is a great little tool to have.
It's like a little diagnostic tool that'll fit in your pocket. It's got OBD2 functionality, gives you engine insights. You can diagnose faults and unlock hidden features in the car.
So if you're an experienced mechanic or just a hobbyist, OBD11 will sort you right out with this handy little tool. You can also use code TVR at checkout to get a tidy 10% off, or you can click the link in the description below.
Right, to connect to OBD11, all you've got to do is plug in the OBD reader into the diagnostic port, put the ignition on, and click connect. It'll take a couple of minutes to read all the different ECUs and all that, and then it'll give us any fault codes. So one fault found. It says it's with the transmission. OBD fault code U0121. And here you can just click on the Google sign and it'll tell you a description of what the fault will be.
OBD11's one-click app, which makes it really easy to customise things on your car. For example, you can customise your headlight adaptation for when you're driving abroad, so you're not blinding other drivers with your full beam. Hey, like that. You can also do needle sweep, automatic folding mirrors when you lock your car, and my personal favourite, turn off, stop, start. So it's about the same price, if not slightly cheaper, as putting your car in the garage to get a mechanic to diagnose your car, but yet you've got this for life. So OBD11 is not just limited to VAG or BMW, it's for all other motors newer than 08.
So thanks again to OBD11 for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to use code TVR at checkout for 10% off.
So right guys, got everything timed up, just pulled the belt off, flywheel's tight. I ended up having to take the starter motor out and lock the flywheel up as well, because it was just a nightmare to try and get off. I went and borrowed my mate's gun as well, which is a bigger gun to my dad's gun, because ours wouldn't do it, my dad's wouldn't do it, so I think we need to invest in a snap-on gun, to be honest. But, belt's off. I'm just going to pull the crank gear off now. And that there is our problem. It's basically fell out, can you see that? The seals literally fell out, the half hanging out the hole is not even in properly. It's obviously worked its way out somehow. So, I need a new one of them, because that's where all the oil's gushing out from. What a mission. Absolute mission of a job. But, I don't have no play. But my dad was saying, make sure there's no play in the crank. Your crank's wobbling about a little bit. If it damages that, makes it slightly oval, not circle. And it's losing its seal, it'd be your issue. But the crank's not moving there. It's lovely. So, you need to ring GSF or someone, try and get a crank seal. Bang that in, clean everything up, put it all back together. New oil filter and seal, because I think that's leaking a little bit as well. There's a little bit of oil at the top of there. I think that's what we're on to next. So I'll go and try and get myself a new seal and we should be good to go. Right, so new part. And all this work for a 15 quid fix. 15 quid. Literally is just as simple as push it back in the hole. Simple as that. You get a little plastic guide thing with it, so your plastic guide fits over the end of your crank, and then you can push. Now the awkward bit is going to be getting that in there. Someone will no doubt say this is not the correct way of doing this, but you've got to deal with what I've got at home. So, new seal is now in. I think that's all the way back there now, because it won't let me go no more. Sound. So that's all on. I just need to put all the timing gear back on, tighten it all up, put the cam belt back on, and I might just put the starter motor back in and just see if it'll start. Oh, see if it'll start, and start it again once it's timed back up, before I build it all back up, just to make sure it doesn't leak. I can't see it leaking, but it'd be nice just to make sure, so that's what I'll do. I'll build it all back up, start it, I'll come back to you when we're starting it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't leak anymore. Right, so, new seals in, cam belt's all back on, I've put the starter motor back on, tightened all that up, I've just put new oil and filter on, I've replaced the seal as well. so that shouldn't leak, and that down there shouldn't leak either. So I'm going to give it a little start up. This is to the point where I had it earlier on when I started it, so it should start and hopefully not leak any oil out. So we'll start it and we'll see what's going to go on. Suspension fault. Of course he is. It's not leaking oil. I'd say we're good there, mate. So what I'll do now is I'll basically put it all back together properly, go out for a little drive, and hopefully she's still not leaking. I'm hoping that's the same oil leak I've had for a little bit as well. I've had an oil leak for about two months or so. Little tiny oil leak, and then I'm guessing it just gave way completely, and that was the oil leak I've had. So I'm hoping I've fixed 2 issues in one go there, because there was a little bit of oil at the bottom of the oil filter, so that might have been leaking, but only slightly, and then that was gushing out. So we'll get it all built back up. When it's built back up, I'll get back to you and we'll go for a quick drive. Hopefully it's sorted. Right guys, so all back together. Still not leaking oil. I'm just going to run it again now, dead quickly. I've had it running a couple of times now, and starts like a dream. Waters are all topped up. Engine bay could do with a bit of a wipe, and I'm just going to go and take it for a quick wash because it's caked in oil from when it spat its oil out. I spilt a bit of water there, but still no oil coming out of it, which is happy days. Right guys, it's all boxed off, so thanks for watching. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, if you aren't a subscriber already, it really helps out the channel. And don't forget to hit that like button as well. See you in the next one. Right guys, so we've managed to get... Think better when you talk to yourself. So, at the start of that video there, there's an old lady walked past, thought I was talking to myself. She said she feels better now during the day because she thought it was just there.